man. We don't want to think for show boys, man. You know, we do what we can, man. Stand up dudes, man. Real gentlemen. And we standing on business, though. Welcome to the round table, baby, where the boss is a meet. Get a glimpse in the mirror, gotta know you a king. If it's one thing for sure, you a made man now. Gotta wear it like a crown. Do you know what that mean? Wanna join the elite? You better be what you claim in the bid. You better have your facts straight when you speak. No, sometimes you gotta agree to disagree. Nigga might have to speak on it. Got a whole thumbnail with the team on it. You can stay up in the chat or you could cam up. We could put it on the screen if you saying something. They going crazy in the chat, they gon' ban us. Tell them how you really feel, nigga, man up. No judgment and handcuffs. Go ham, throw a tantrum. I be wishing I could stand up. The nigga stand up. One thing for sure, we say what they want and do what they don't. If it's one thing for sure, we say what they want and do what they don't. One thing for sure, we say what they want and do what they don't. If it's one thing for sure, we say what they want and do what they don't. Yes, y'all.
We
say what they
back.
Off the phone right and now. Do what they don't. Oh, this is crazy. Jordan is wild, bro.
Jordan, what's up,
Jordan?
Man?
Hey, all right, do it up.
Hey, I'm so sick of this dude, man. I'm sick of this dude, man.
Hey, that's how you enter
That's
the
how
show,
you
man.
do it, though.
That's how you enter the show, man, right there.
Hey, open up the camera with it,
right, man.
Salute, bro. That's what's up.
One thing for sure, baby. Episode 17. We are here, man. What it do, good people,
yes,
man.
What's up? Good to be back, man.
Heck
good,
yeah.
Good to see you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure.
We need to
be
outside,
man.
I was just in LA this I was in LA this weekend, man. I went on a quick trip. Man, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, but I'm happy to be here, man. This is home. This is home now. Happy to be here. Man, your boy ended up in the hospital 2 days ago. Shit, I thought it was over, dog. I was choking. I couldn't breathe. My kids called 911. Ambulance came and got me. Shit, but it was all good. I'm better than ever. Man. I'm feeling good.
I'm glad to see you still here, man.
Oh yeah. Man, they did X-rays and shit, and it turned out it was a bunch of phlegm in there, so I couldn't breathe.
Damn.
So you know, it's all good. They checked my lungs and everything. They said everything's good.
Yeah.
Blessings, man. Blessings.
Stop that cocaine, man. Cocaine ain't no good for you.
Cocaine. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Hell of a drug, man.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
He right back in the water and shit.
Living life. Hey, man, it's that time, man. Summertime is coming, man.
I know it's probably hot out there in Florida. He in Florida, so that's that like sticky, humid weather. Probably it's like, you know. Yeah, man. Let me see who in the chat, man. Let me know if y'all here. If y'all in the chat, real, what's going on? What's going on? West Coast. He said he's starting off with the West Coast.
Stand up. For real.
I see what time he on. Okay, we're gonna get to it, man. Like I said, the link is in the chat to join the stage. We're gonna get to it, man. If y'all watching, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Tell a friend, man. Keep it pushing. Tell somebody that you know about the One Thing for Show podcast. Tell them to tune in every Thursday. We
like, comment, subscribe, man.
Yes, man. That's what's going to elevate us and push us, keep pushing us. We need all the support we can get, man. We're growing, you know. And a lot of times this be the hardest part as at the beginning, but the ones that, you know, they see the finish line is the ones that don't give up, the ones that keep running and keep chasing. But we definitely need all the support.
They got us podcast.
Don't worry about that. We ain't stopping though. We keeping it moving.
For real, what's going on?
What's up with it?
What's going on, man?
You know, we got to represent the West Coast on ours. You know, man. You know what I mean? You know, hey, because you know the mother coast don't be, you know, they don't be respecting us sometimes. So you know, it get me fired up. I take it back to, you know, the Source Awards. You know, we know y'all East Coast. Toronto might be in the East Coast. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much, yeah. For real.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to stand up when one of ours, you know, spit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Y'all don't got love for the West Coast?
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I rep LA. All I do is rep LA out here in Florida. Everybody looks at me like I'm crazy.
Hey, you got to rep, baby. Rep the coast. You know what I'm saying?
All
you
day,
already,
every day.
hey, you know what Kendrick already told everybody, king of the coast. You know, one hand, I juggle them both.
Both of them.
Right.
you
What's
know,
up, Mace?
so.
What's up, Mace, man? What's going on, Mace? What's going on, Shantae? In the chat, I see you. I see Brina, my wife, in the chat, you know. Yeah, man. So you know, you didn't already activate it, so we might as well get to it, man.
Yes, sir.
We might as well get to it, man. Okay, Kendrick Lamar, Drake did Euphoria. I mean, it dropped on what was that Tuesday? I mean, at 8:24 a.m. I mean, 8:24 a.m. Dropped on the Tuesday, man. Y'all thoughts? I just need to hear y'all thoughts. So we going. If y'all don't know, the ones that's not in our group chat, we trying to go top to bottom, left to right. You know what I mean? So we can just keep it flowing good and not overtalk each other and try to keep it to a minimum of like 1 minute with your responses. And after everybody go, you can chime in. You know what I mean? There ain't too many of us on here, so it should flow smooth. But just to keep some order so we ain't talking over each other. But Alan, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm tripping for Kendrick, man. My answer for right now is immaculate. Very dope.
Immaculate. He went to the big words. Okay. Immaculate. Okay. Well, okay. So what's your what make it immaculate for you?
Everything. First of all, he grabbed me as soon as it came on. Like I told you. with the Teddy P flip, the Teddy P sample, that was amazing. I'm an old school, so I like that. And then, if you think about it, he started off slow. That first verse with the first beat, slow. Second verse, a little bit faster. The last verse, that's where he went off. It was dope, man. And everything that he was saying. When people when you actually listen to it, he's telling you, you know how people say, oh, he said what they said before. He's telling you he's double backing on it. So, you know what I'm saying? He already know what it is. But, yeah, it was dope, man.
Right. Birdman, what's going on? How you feel about it, man?
I agree. Kendrick came off pretty nice. I'm not a super fan. Not that I'm not a super fan of the music, but I don't get into it like that. I just listen to it. But that was appealing to me. I had to be like, whoa, like, damn. Like, his wordplay was efficient. Like, you knew what he was talking about. So I just enjoyed listening to it. I love a good battle, though. Like, anytime you hear a good battle and some good lyricists, you want to tune in. So I'm interested.
Right. Okay. Who was next? For real?
Yes, sir. I mean, listen, it's like it get better and better each time you listen to it. It's like you find nuggets and gems and just, spitting, man, like that heat, that fire, like every time you listen to it. You know what I mean? It's like, man, it's just like, just even from the intro, how he reversed he reversed something on the intro that was like, okay, wait a minute, what's that? And then when you finally realize what it was, I mean, he set it up so cold. Man. I mean, everything, it's all kind of innuendos, wordplay, triple entendre, everything. I mean, it's Kendrick, man, we knew he was gonna bring that fire. I told my sons, I was like, look, if they was like, Drake, man, all that Drake did, I said, watch. I said, when Kendrick drop his, it's gonna be R.I.P. Watch. and I took him back to that Control verse. I said, listen, one of my sons didn't never hear that Control verse. I said, look, watch this. I said, now you gonna see he really want to mess with this dude. I showed him that Control verse from a couple of years back, and they was like, oh, I was like, yeah, he nice with it.
Right. Jordan, what's up, man? How you felt about it, man? All the way down there.
1-0 Kendrick Lamar. I heard Drake is dropping tonight. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, come on, Kendrick. I think he's a better overall rapper and lyricist. Overall, regardless of what Drake puts out, I think Kendrick tops it. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I got to ride with Kendrick Lamar.
Right. Okay.
I'm going with
y'all
the black
biased
guy.
as hell. I'm just playing. Jackson.
Jackson in the building.
You talk.
Hey man, I got about 5 hot minutes, but it's just the
You only
layers
got one,
and
nigga,
the
on this
bars that you catch. I'm saying that it's the layers and the bars, and if you catch them, then you go back and you see people breaking stuff down, and that's
Yeah.
what real hip hop's about. It's just the layers, and then not understanding that. Yes, he dropped it 8/24 with Kobe, but he actually dropped it on National Children's Day too, which is also a sub.
Yeah.
But I gotta go though. I love y'all.
I love you too, bro.
Yeah.
But it's so many layers. It's so many layers, man. If y'all could just go back, I'll tell you, it's about 3 or 4 double entendres, quadruple. The title is itself is a quadruple entendre. So I just want to say my little piece, man. But I'll catch y'all later. I'm about to get the haircut. I love y'all.
Peace,
Right,
brother.
right. Love you too, buddy.
Peace.
All right, man. I guess we just team Kendrick Lamar, man, because I feel the same way. I feel like Drake made a dope song. Don't get me wrong, he made a dope song. Which he's always good at. You can't take it away from him. I feel like Kendrick Lamar made a better diss track. He made a diss record that was aimed specifically at Drake, said his name several times, said his real name, had more things directly towards him. Told him, I hate you. I hate your guts. told him I hate you. Like, you know what I mean? And it was just more straightforward for me. I feel like Drake, his first diss was a little bit more all over the place. I know he felt like he had to attack people. And I feel like Drake kind of be trying to make a song. I feel like he chasing back to back. He think that's the remedy. And that's the recipe for the diss track to keep it going. And yeah, they planned it. I be hearing it on the radio. I be hot like, man, I'm playing this shit on the radio. But it is a dope record. It's a dope record because it's a dope song. It's just not a better diss track. You know what I mean? So Kendrick's sound more like a diss track. And I feel like he even kind of held back a little still too. Like, I mean,
you can tell.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Right. Like I was talking, man, I was talking earlier, my only criticism with Kendrick is gotta drop a little faster, man.
And it don't matter. It don't matter, nigga.
Hey,
look, I just feel like if that record would have came out a day, 2 days, even 3 days after the push-up record, it would have hit so much harder. It would have kind of been because I feel like Takeover is push-ups, Ether is his record. Not saying they compare it to those records.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just saying if we had to measure them up to those, I feel like Takeover is a dope song you get ride to. Ether was just Adam. So, but I think Ether took a while to come out
it
too.
Took a while. It took like
3 months, man. 3 months.
They were saying 3 to 6 months. It took,
yeah.
Right, but we wasn't here where we are now with the internet stage. We
microwave.
so present in hip hop and into these people's lives and stuff like that, and our attention span is so short now. Yeah, I need it. Feed me, pause. But I'm just saying, like, you know, like you got to give it. Like, okay, so let's say now Drake drops tonight, like you said, he might drop tonight. Kendrick got to come by Monday. You got to come by Monday. Like, I mean, you can't wait again. You know what I mean? It just ain't going. I feel like the anticipation for Kendrick, I felt like we was waiting, and then it kind of died down. So when we got it, it was like, okay, you know, when you go to a buffet and you think you're hungry and then you eat a little bit, it's like that. The food good, but it's like, I can't even eat that much no more. You know what I mean? That's how I felt like it was.
Man, look, I think it's all good because, you know, sometimes, man, this generation, we into that microwave, everything want to come so fast. And that's why when you got these little, you know, some of these rappers that be beefing, some of that stuff is watered down and trash because they ain't take their time. But it's like, oh, let me get a response. Yeah. And I think that's what happened with Meek Mill. He tried to put out a response, you know, and it wasn't really all that. You got to do you. At the end of the day, you know, you got to do what you do. As long as you put out something that's nice and quality, and it's like, okay, that it hit, and you saying some stuff, then I think people are gonna respect it. You know, it's just this, like you said, this culture we in now is just like, oh, you got to respond fast. But he put out something, respond fast, and it don't hit, then what?
Yeah.
Then everybody gonna be like, you know, look, you know. Yeah. So I like the quality.
Let me ask y'all a question. And I know you gotta get your comment on it too. Yeah, we can hear you. Oh, you gonna go get your comment on this too. My question is, if it would have been the other way around, Kendrick dropped, Drake took longer because Drake was on the clock for a minute, if you remember, after like that. It was like, when is he gonna drop, right? And we still was saying that. So what if he would have took longer? Will we give Drake the same grace? Because
if it come out quality wise, yeah. If it bang and if it do right, yeah. It's just about the quality of music you put out. That's to me. Because like Drake tried to even like he plays the audience, you know what I'm saying? He plays the culture, because just like he when he had that beef with Meek Mill, he dropped that I'm charged up, and then he did back to back. He tried to do the same thing with this one. Like, we waiting on you, like, what's up? You trying to rush me? Kendrick like, no, you know what? When I drop, I'm gonna drop, and it's gonna be lethal. You know what I'm saying? And he told him, this is a friendly fade. He probably already ready with something else. That's probably why he took long. Like, look, I'm about to have my ducks lined up, so when this fool say something and drop, I'm gonna drop something right back. Boom, boom, boom. He probably ready. You know what I'm saying?
That just shows you the difference between the two artists. That's the complete difference right there. Like, this is quality music. I'm coming with quality. Your shit gonna sound cool, it's straight, but once you see my shit drop, quality, you see what it's doing. It's breaking streaming records. It's giving people more business and all shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they find.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
Yeah, they found the cease and desist letter, all that shit.
Oh man!
Oh really? I didn't know. I didn't hear about that.
No, hey, that Chinese restaurant though in Toronto though, dude was like getting major business.
So my opinion about it.
Hold on, Rick, before you go.
I see.
My son said it sound like a bunch of Drake. Hey, he a Drake stan, y'all.
It is. Don't even worry about that.
He even told me Drake. He even told me Kendrick won, so you can't say that now. But go ahead, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Pharrell was saying, I love the album. I mean, love the record, because when it first started off, he let you know that I was taking my time, because I knew everything you was gonna do before you did. That right there already let you know what was going to happen. And then I've been on TikTok, and it's funny. I look at everybody, different views on it, different takes I wasn't even paying attention to. Like you said, triple entendres and everything else. His bar, how he used Richard Pryor at the beginning of it.
Man, that's what I'm talking about.
When he slowed down, talk. I mean, bro, I think I've listened to it for over 50 times already.
That's what I'm saying. And you find something.
I was like, y'all heard this. I'm like, bro, I ain't heard it, but when I did hear that hit trying up you at work, I'm saying, like, bro, this go. And it wasn't, I guess just to the effect of he really took his time. And I understand, like Tron said, why didn't it come quicker? Hey, you can't rush perfection, bro. And that was perfect, because he took every single thing that Drake threw at him and answered every single bar. And I'm telling you, what rapper has done that so far?
And it wasn't old. This is recent.
No, it wasn't. I mean, everybody keep on talking about we heard it. No, he put it in a whole different spot. He put it in a different spotlight than the way he rhymed with it and everything else. Bro, I'm just in there like, bro, like he said, the culture. He said nigga culture.
My bad. I didn't even see you down there because I had to go down on my screen. What's up, Kiana?
Hey, bro.
What up, Kiana?
What up, bro?
I don't know. I think this is. I mean, I understand it's a diss record. But this is my favorite record so far, 2024.
Okay. Kiana, I don't know if you heard what we talking about. You see it down there. We talking about that Kendrick and Drake. Kendrick diss. I don't know. Are you a big hip hop fan? Do you listen to? I know you say you listen to West Coast gangster music. So, Kendrick, do you listen to this?
I do. I listen to Kendrick. I'm not a Drake fan, but I am definitely a Kendrick fan.
Oh, you gangster! Like, she's serious.
Hey, you know, she's about to do hip hop. You know, I mean, not hip hop, but pop culture. Pop culture young lady. She was raised in L.A.
So, did you hear the diss?
I did, and you know what stuck out for me the most in Kendrick's comeback was the whole, about his son.
Oh,
yeah. I was like, wow. He was like, you don't know nothing about that. I was like, ooh.
He broke his whole character down, man. His whole character.
He was like, I gotta tell my kids, but you don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Right? Just simple bars as manhood. Right. Like, I don't even gotta really disrespect you. I can just tell you this.
You know nothing about that.
Yeah, that was like what? Like you don't even know my. That'll make you defend. Like you don't even know our relationship. Like you don't know about. I do take my son to school. Like I mean.
I didn't be like you last week, right? Mad as hell.
Yeah, man. So okay. So you don't listen to Drake
crazy.
at all?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna go buy anything Drake. I'm not, but I will.
Well, we ain't. All of us ain't buying nothing, but
like I said, he got cool songs. I actually got a playlist of certain songs. That's about maybe 15 songs. But
you got a Drake playlist?
Yeah. It ain't no,
it's good. Hey, Drake makes some songs, man. It ain't nothing wrong with that.
Now he did go hard and back to back though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I give you that.
And that's in the playlist. But
back to back was cool. Even Kendrick said he liked that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Now that's why you got a Drake playlist. We got to talk about that later. But
hey, Prime.
It ain't
what do you mean by that? Where's that button at? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, yeah. It ain't none of the pillow talk stuff. It ain't none of the pillow talk stuff. So don't even worry about it.
Yeah, he be on the way to work listening to. All right, let me tap into the comments, man. I see y'all in the comments. We're gonna get to y'all. I think we left off at Dia said good evening, y'all. See you. What's up, Dia?
What's up, Dia?
LS said 824 Rip Kobe. West, yes sir.
I was reading to that too. That shit was cold as hell.
Jackson said it would have the Pac bar in it. I don't know what he didn't really put context in that. In my opinion, it came in the perfect time and can't rest gumbo, let me cook. I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree, but golly, I mean, I need it. I mean,
don't get into this culture where everything got to be rushed, man.
No. I didn't want to rush, but I understand kind of timing. You can't ignore some of these things.
No, you was trying to rush it. You was
What I'm saying is I understand timing with today's climate. It's like even with this stream, say we go on vacation for a couple weeks. It's like you don't really have time to kind of miss. It's like people move on so quick and they're so short mind, like they attention span is so short. It's like you have to give them what they want at that moment. You know what I mean? And that's just because that'll sway their opinion and their judgment. Of course, the core Kendrick fans and like you said earlier, Alan.
Exactly.
This is not going to separate the fan base. It's
no, of course.
All it is going to be competition. So people that like Drake gonna like Drake. People that like
Drake, of course.
But it's just for competition's sake. But
but see, it's like you said. I believe, like you just said, it's like even Kendrick said it. He do it for the culture. You know what I'm saying? So he not worried about the so-called shallow fans or shallow hip hop listener kind of just on the fringes that can go either way. He do it for the culture. You know what I'm saying? So he like I gotta put out some quality that he know gonna hit because he got a reputation of
Right. All right, a couple more comments real quick, y'all. Rumor has it Drake was robbed in 2009 in front of that restaurant. I heard something like that.
I heard that too.
That's why Kendrick was saying that he'd be sitting out there, but he had a thing on him. Like, you know what I mean? I think and then some of those lines is like you got to go back to understand.
You hear the history
on them, so it's like, oh, okay. What's going on, Drayden? She said, hi, everyone. K-Dub, I feel Kendrick has this hands down, and Drake is one of my favorite rappers / MCs. Horrible battle rapper, shaking my head. Yeah, me and Drake, I think is K-Dub favorite rappers. So I just threw that in there. I don't know.
You said you and Drake.
By the way, you and Drake.
They said, by the way, what's up, y'all?
But man. This is the first time Drake had this type of opponent. Everybody else wasn't on this level. You know what I'm saying? So. We're gonna see what he can do after this.
Hey, do y'all think Drake wasn't
Pusha T was, but he didn't finish that.
Yeah, Drake didn't even. That's why he even put that in the song now.
Pusha T made him be a father.
Hey, man.
Exactly.
And see, he made the reference to the mob ties, because Jay Prince was like, nah, he ain't gonna respond, don't respond, and shut it all down. Why?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, hip hop's a sport, man. Let them, you're gonna take your L sometime. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like Ether, did take over. You know what I'm saying? He took his L. Okay, it's what it is, but you rise, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what all that's about, you know what I'm saying? But Kendrick put it out there in that one. You know what I'm saying? He pushing P. No, this pushing T. You need to spit at him before you hey, push me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
Y'all think that line that when he was referencing Jay Prince and all them, was that a shot at them in the Sun, or was that a shot at Drake? Because he said you want to be a gang. Was that a shot at Jay Prince Jr.? It was like your daddy a gang said you want to be, you know what I mean?
Double, triple entendre. Double entendre could be dual meaning.
It could be, but that's
he's Junior, right?
Like you said, no, he said he want to be Junior. So I'm thinking he's talking to Clay. He said he want to be Junior.
He want to be his son. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to be Junior. Yeah. So, man, that boy.
We ain't forgot about what y'all did, like to take off. Basically, I'm assuming that's what he's saying. Yeah.
Dang, crazy. It's a lot of stuff in there that it's so layered that the casuals, and if you bias, you will miss all that because you just like, nah, that thing is so thick. Like I said, the more you listen to it, the more you find out. They're like, okay, wait a minute, what? It's crazy.
You know who irritated me? Gilly. Gilly irritated me when he called it quantum Todd. And then the funny part about it, Just Hilarious brought out his other rap that he talking about. He wanted something with Chicken Man. Come on, bro.
Chicken Man, yeah.
I never knew that too. I was just sitting there like, bro, because like I said, if any person who, and as I said, Alan something, dude was like, the difference between hip hop and hip hop. He said Drake is hip hop, Kendrick is hip hop. And I'm like, bro, it's just too deep. These people don't get it. Everybody who call Kendrick shit trash, I'm like, bro, I get that if you don't like the song, you don't like it. That's cool. If you don't like this, that's cool. But have you listened to it? Have you got all the meat and potatoes from it to make that? And how these people have it? They heard it one time and said that was it.
But see, also on that, I was hearing that Gilly used to write for Wayne or something. So you already probably biased. That's the same camp then. That's the same camp. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Mace and Cam, talking about Drake was 1-0. It's like, dude, come on. Well, we know y'all East Coast, so y'all even matter.
He said, I'm West Coast. I don't get it. I'm West Coast. That's me. And that's what somebody just put, Tanisha. She was like, Drake is
that's
cool,
my sis. Let me post that. Go ahead.
Drake is cool, but it doesn't embody the essence that most LA rappers have, so it's going to be hard for him to get on Kendrick's level.
Right.
And I get it. Like I said, he come from Toronto, and just like he said, y'all from Toronto. Y'all from Canadian trying to get our culture down here. It was like, bro, you can't do it.
I don't like this whole take of I don't mind you saying Drake, you like Drake record better, but I feel like Cam and Mace is like going to the side of, oh, how you saying that? How you saying his he's half white and your wife half white? He never attacked him for being half white. Yeah, he attacking him for
his character,
his culture appropriation, and it's like he want to be black so bad he pushes that. And as a rapper, he's trying to be that so much. Like, my wife is my wife. She's just my wife. It's like, you want to be black. We can tell by the way you move, by the everything, how you dress. That's why he said, what is it, the braids? It's like you doing everything you can to appear black.
He was like, what about Tommy? He was like, something about Tommy Hilfiger. You ain't embody FUBU.
Yeah. I thought Drake was half black.
Drake is half black.
He is. So I'm confused. How's he trying to act black if he is black? Because and his daddy black?
No, he's not trying to act black. He's trying to be tough. He's trying to come off a street like a
but that ain't got nothing to do with being black though. That's just being tough.
No, that's what I'm saying. They took it that way. Like, how you saying?
Oh, okay, no, that okay, I got you. I was like,
he's talking about the culture.
I was lost like a bug for a second. Like, wait a minute.
He's
saying you black, but you're not from the culture. Yeah, you could be black, but not from the culture.
but also he's half Jewish though. He's half Jewish too though.
He's Jewish.
And so that's where the nigga come in. I don't even like the way you say nigga. He just you know, Drake got this thing where they were saying that depending on who he around in a different culture, he'll talk like them. You know, so you know, if he on the East Coast, you know, he gonna sound like New York. If he on the West Coast, he gonna sound like a West Coast dude. If he in the South, he, you know, or if he in the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, so it's a play on all of that stuff. And so he's just like,
that's all people in the world interact with people though. When I'm around my Mexican friends, I'm not as niggerish as I am around.
Yeah, but you're not about to start saying, hey, SA and
my black friends as I am with my nigga friends. You know what I mean?
I get that. No, I get that. You could dumb it down, but I'm saying, are you gonna start talking their lingo like all of a sudden you Mexican now? No, you're gonna be though, right?
It's not that, but when you're in different environments, you adapt differently. Just like if you got a boss or if you're at work, you speak a little different. And people say you acting white when you speak proper, but black people speak proper too.
Of course, I agree.
Acting white. Hold on, let me play this video. This is what he mean. This is why he wants him to stop. I mean,
and you got some Beijing on, bro. That hairline is fresh to the motherfucker.
Wherever, doing whatever, somewhere else. It just sort of, it bugged me, man. It bugged me because it was like somebody I looked up to at one point. It was somebody that I was like, I used to see out and be like, yo, that's that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He opened.
We don't want to hear you say nigga no more.
That's that nigga. That's why Paul. I say you.
How long ago was that video? Because he looked skinny and young.
Yeah, it was old. It was old.
Yeah, I mean, he was. His name is Drake.
He didn't step into his blackness yet.
Yeah.
All I know is he said that. It's like, you know what I mean. I don't know. Was you? What? Yeah, he said that. And that's.
I kind of understand it a little better now after watching that video.
You see what I'm saying? That's all I was saying. That's all, and I got what you were saying, my man. I got what you were saying. You know, I feel you.
Now he said that hard ER.
Hey,
he put two R's.
That's that Jewish side. Hey, that's that white side. That Jewish side came out a little bit. You see?
He put two R's on that shit. Like that's like, what? Okay,
that's in the glossy days right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Boss Money Cap City said, "How can they say Drake is winning at the same time they need to carry the beef the way they did back in the day? Drake taking this shit to the future with the AI bots." Yeah.
Nah, that shit was no.
That wasn't it.
Man, all that AI shit is cheating anyway. Man,
right.
You gotta
and Kendrick killed him on that though. He killed him on that too.
And Drake did blackface. I thought that. I was wondering, was that picture seriously real?
Yeah, that was real.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Why would he do that?
Well, what they were saying was,
can a black person do blackface though?
Once again, that was earlier.
Blackface, you can do blackface.
He been black since he came out the womb, brother. So it ain't no back then or 10 years ago.
Have you seen it?
Yeah. No, so listen. This is what they were saying about it. It was when he was an actor. He was acting. He was supposed to been trying to do a protest or something for a black equality in film. So it was supposed to have been, you know, him trying to, you know, I guess I don't know, you know, what he was trying to accomplish with that, but it was supposed to mean something to that extent, like he was trying to protest and do, you know, for black people to get more acknowledged, you know, in film. But it just came off the wrong way when Pusha T exposed it, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, but see, blackface in film, if he was trying to push for the equality of it, it was about how they use white people for blackface.
Exactly.
When the thing, so I can get that, but that would only be offensive if they didn't know he was black. I mean, you can use anything against. They got suggestive pictures of people.
Like you said, I don't know a black person that would have done that, who would have put on blackface. That's like, I wouldn't have went that angle. I don't know, but hey, that's Drake.
I think if it was in the right dynamic, it would have made sense to do it if he was protesting with a purpose. But if you don't know what the protest was, you could easily say it was for something idiotic or that he used it.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
unless you was there, you know what it was, you know, or Pusha T.
Yeah,
that's part of rap. You get a picture and you run with it. Don't nobody know you blast
because then a lot of people didn't know they existed until Pusha T put it out there.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so yeah, hey, listen, it ain't no gloves on when you're battling, man. You come at
That's it.
And unless
That's
he
it.
backs something up with a lyric, he lost.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, bottom line, man, he got a lot of, the blackface thing is crazy. I think the N-word thing is crazy. But he makes dope music. We can't take that away from the man. He makes dope music. It's just with this one, I think Kendrick had a better diss record. I mean, but the battle is on, so we're gonna see who wins the war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Drake is smart business wise, and I think how Jay-Z ended up winning a war based on business. Nas won the battle based on the record, so we'll see how it play out, man.
Well, I mean, I don't know because
is that two different things though?
But even still, like we don't know what Kendrick is doing in business.
Right.
Yeah. And then Nas is flourishing right now when it comes to business.
Yeah.
Oh,
he came later. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
But is that like two different things though? Like
it is
the business side and then just the straight.
It is.
Rap just for the culture. Isn't that two like kind of different things? I know you can. I know one you could transform one into the other because Jay-Z, they flipped it, and Nas has flipped it, but I'm just saying as far as if we rapping and you might make more money than me, but his Drake, man, I mean he's got a machine behind him, you know what I'm saying, and he got pop behind him too, with it. So it's like.
Hey, John, I'll send you this real quick.
Are you gonna beat that? You know what I mean?
Send it to the One Thing for Show Instagram page.
They put the two records up with each other. They put the credentials on.
I seen that.
Seen that? Yeah.
Yeah.
This nigga even got Ghost Rider on this diss track.
He got three other writers on there. It's listed in the Who Wrote.
Be coming like producers get credit and stuff.
Yeah, that's what the people are saying too, though. But.
Yeah, that could be like.
But it's just funny how Kendrick only got his name on there.
Right. Exactly.
All right, man. So we all in agreement. I think we are from the West Coast, so we may be a little biased. I mean,
yeah, but I would have said if it was whack too, though. I would have said it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's being biased. I just think it's just listening to real music. Anybody?
I just feel like. Go ahead.
I mean, even if I was from New York or even if I was from down south. You still have to look at the lyric content of which it is. It's a diss record. He came off disrespectful. I mean, this is because we in LA. I mean, it's kind of biased because he's from LA, but I don't look at when I listen to music. I'm like, oh, I'm from LA, so I get it. I just think it's a good record.
I just felt like when Drake dropped, we came out. We was like. We broke down his line, like we broke down his whole song.
I told you that. So I'm like, I don't like that.
Nah, but we broke it down. Like, man, that nigga said that was terrible.
It was horrible.
But I'm saying we broke it. We criticized. We went through his shit with a red pen. Like, I mean, I don't feel like we would have did Kendrick like that.
I mean, we can. It's gonna be some dope bars.
We can, like you said, even in the beginning.
It's gonna be crazy.
Everything they say about me is true. I'm a phony. Like that's that's part of the line.
That's the first line.
Yeah. That's what you said the Richard Pryor was.
The Richard Pryor line,
Jordan said, "What about Ross?" Drake didn't respond to him. I think that's just more so like, that ain't gonna happen, man. I think
I don't think Ross is a part of it. I mean, he's a part of it, but he's not a part of it.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know how to pronounce your name.
No, well, see, he mentioned Ross though, right? In that push-ups, right?
I don't think it's gonna be a full back and forth. He ain't gonna make no.
Well, maybe not, but I mean, he might take some shots again in another, on another track or so. You know how Drake gonna do. He gonna take something. Yeah. It may not be a total whole diss record, but he gonna come back at him with something. If it's just a bar or two, you know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna just drop a whole Ross diss track
in about like a year. Like I mean, like he was
probably so.
Yeah.
Hey, but before we end this one, I just got one. I can't see. I'm still trying to understand how people say they don't like. I'm trying to figure out or trying to find something in there not to like.
That's
cognitive dissonance.
That's being biased. When you know something is cool, but you say it's whack. Like even Drake record is not whack. He just got some garbage lines in there.
Yeah. Because when people talk about the message just whack, or I just can't be he just repeating what everybody else like, bro. I can't see how y'all just don't like. They take the time to listen to Drake, like you with me. They take the time to listen to it, and I'm like, all right.
It was cool. Yeah, it was all right. You know.
Hey, try and share this real quick.
The one you sent me?
Yeah. I'll pull it up if you want to share.
Oh, you put it up. Okay.
Well, it's too small though.
You know, man.
Oh,
yeah. It is. Yeah, there it is.
So you probably can't see it, but
I can't see that shit.
Yeah, it's long. It's a screenshot, but maybe.
So what is it basically?
He got three. Yeah, he got 3
credits.
It has all the credits on there. Kendrick for the lyricist. It's just Kendrick. For the lyricist for Drake's is him, somebody named Matthew, and somebody named Noel. So it's 3 lyricists on there.
It says lyricist?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says
I wonder is that real? Because I know Drake ain't slipping like that again. Like
that'd be cold. Huh?
Right. Well, all right, man.
That
was our Kendrick versus Drake diss down. I mean, versus Drake diss right now. To the next one come out, we'll see what happens, man. They say Drake might drop tonight. I feel like he's gonna drop it then either tonight or tomorrow or something like that.
They said Kendrick got a diss too. They haven't dropped yet.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I said earlier. He took his time. He might got a couple of them just waiting.
Yeah,
they both. But if I was a MC, I would wait because I want to like how he made reference to some of Drake's disses and push-ups.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wait. I ain't gonna even,
Then he brought out some new one like that Sexy Red line.
They say you want to pop ass with him. That was funny.
You said I see
but that's true though. Have you ever seen him in the pictures with Sexy Red? He feel like he feeling himself when he's with Sexy Red.
That's crazy, man. That was so cold, man.
What's with Drake and the duck lips, man? What's with the duck lips?
Hey.
I ain't never seen a grown rapper do duck lips.
Maybe he been to the party.
Well, that's what he said. You the boy. I ain't seen a man yet. He killed them on so many levels that it's just like, dude, like the picture he painted from the big front to the end, like it was like almost like a script. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how a movie sets you up. Sometimes you get the beginning, then you get the character development, and then you finally get the full-fledged character in the end, and the movie, the plot, the twist. He had all of that in there. It was like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. Like he said and then he said, this is the friendly phase. So what's next? He said, it's a friendly phase.
It's a friendly phase.
This is a friendly phase. So
he said, that's not something you want to do.
Man,
Here said, I think Drake and Kendrick rap two completely different ways. Just a case of which flow you like better. Kendrick raps, you gotta break that. You gotta break down more.
I do.
So Drake is elementary.
The first time I heard it, I really wasn't feeling it. I had to go back.
This track, like he really,
Go ahead,
Kiana.
Oh no, I was saying I had to really go back. And once I went back the second and third time of listening, I was like, oh, it was the cadence. Kendrick flow, he was flowing, a lot slower than Drake does or did. So it was like, okay, that's when it really stung. Once you heard it like for the second and third time, I was like, oh, okay, I see.
Drake made a song for the radio, for the club. It bangs. You can it's like, okay, like Kendrick made a diss record, but you can still like, woo, like when you hear it, it's like, okay. But I think Drake made a more so commercial record. He made a commercial record.
He said a line that I think is he's gonna get back to in the next disses. He said, you pacify him, I electrify him. So that makes the picture of the artist.
The next disses is crazy. I ain't gonna let you get that over. Can't get that off. The next distance.
The next distance.
The next
But
distance.
I mean, it's so layered. Like he left so much even on the table to imagine. Like he was like, man, listen, I know so much stuff about cats that make Gunna look like a saint. Now come on, bro. Like he like, look, you want to go there? Like I got some stuff too. Like you know, he didn't put everything out there. Trust, you know what I'm saying? So
I think that line was about him getting robbed and wanting to take the stand and do all that. Like he was supposed to take the stand when he got robbed, and then something happened where he didn't have to, or something like that, or he didn't need to. But he actually wrote us something about that he would cooperate or something like that. So I think that's what that line was about. That's what
double and triple and Shonda, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying?
All right, man.
What's up with your boy Game,
man? Huh?
What's up with Game, man?
What Game say?
Man.
What Game say?
This nigga Game, boy. That man. He can rap.
He definitely trying to. I thought he's aiming at Kendrick. Because it's like if you was right.
He is, because he's still butthurt about the motherfucking Super Bowl.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Because if he was aiming at Drake, I mean, everybody know Drake's soft, so it's like for you to say that you want attention, but he's kind of like, you know what I mean, and he want beef, he want beef, he want drama, he want attention. It's like, and he think that's gonna save his career. Kendrick is not about to say one word about you, dummy. You bipolar,
man.
Like, I mean, it's like Drake. Game is dope. He had the potential to be a West Coast legend. But his mouth, he's been so inconsistent and bipolar that he can't just don't talk, bro. Just rap. I like him rapping, but it's like when you get on there and say something, you do all these extras. Like, I mean, like I thought. I mean, it's just like he does too much, bro. He does too much. But
you got female ways.
Man, that's not cool.
But that's crazy to go against Show City, though. That's crazy.
You caught it, though. You remember you caught it.
I thought I was like, but he bipolar, though. And it is what I said it is game, though.
Yeah. Hey, envy is a hell of a drug, especially occupational envy.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's like, you know, occupational envy is like, look, well, we got the same job, we make the same money, but how you got that? How you got that? Why you got that? How you get that? You know, it's like, dude, you looking at it, you know, you don't know. I'm blessed, that's why, and I know how to handle my stuff. You know, but you know
that's our culture right there.
Yeah, occupational envy, envy just period. But it's cold when it's amongst. You know, we got the same job and we make the same money, but I got a house, I got a car, and I got this, and you see different things. You like, okay, wait a minute. Like, why I'm not where he at, and we got the same thing. We in the same job, the same occupation. Like, what's going on? You just, instead of getting with me, you envious. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the same game as looking at him, you know, like, hey, and I'm pretty sure, like, when they came out and anointed Kendrick, you know, the West Coast is yours. I'm the game probably thinking, like, wait a minute. In the back of his head, like, wait a minute.
I tripped out. I meant to make this my back cover, Tams, man, on Rosecrans Central. This whole topic, I was supposed to go with Tams, man. My bad. Y'all know where that's at?
Hell yeah. I'm hungry looking at it.
Nah, they trash. You don't supposed to order from there. They trash and they food, but
that's just a landmark.
Man, listen, compared to this Vegas stuff we got here, I take anything from there any day of the week.
Right.
Vegas ain't got no good food like we do. In the city.
Compton, I mean, I was just gonna go all Compton today, you know what I mean? And I ain't even from Compton, but yeah. All right, man. You know,
like Cube say, Long Beach, Compton, and Watts. You know, Cube used to rep all of.
Yeah. I'm from Long Beach. Yeah, Cube he's just from South Central. That's why he's
you know, it's just West Coast. You know, hey, it's just like, look, when you go out of town. You know, like I'm living in Palmdale now. I was in LA. I used to live in LA, but I'm still. If I go out of town, I ain't gonna be like I'm from Palmdale. I'm from LA.
You better not say that.
Man, like where you from? I'm from LA. Yeah, I'm from LA.
You say you from Palmdale.
Like what?
Yeah, you get no recognition from there. They're like, what's that?
I want Afro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Adelanto.
Yeah.
All right, we can move it along, man. Hopefully, they, you know, it gets spicy. It's been dope so far. Just watching as fans, though. But let's move it on, man. Y'all watch this draft, man. This draft, they had this kid, Treylon Burks, man. He had his draft party and everything like that. and it was looking like the all white draft party, man. Hey, baby. Sorry, Beauty just walked in the room. Yeah. Hold on, she took me by surprise. Let me get it together, yo. Let me get it together. But yeah, he had this all white party, man, and this is what it looked like at his draft party, man. Looked like that. Just all, just his mom and grandma.
What he adopted? What he adopted one
with that?
I knew.
No, but I think he adopted
Marcus.
No, I'm saying that might be the people he grew up with and held him down.
Yeah. I just showed it. I'm just, I just scrolled past it like everybody else did.
No, I think he was adopted. He's from Africa. He went from Africa to Nashville to wherever he went to the West Coast. But yeah, the people who adopted him was white. The majority of them was all the people.
Look how she looking at him right here, though. Look how she looking at him.
That's his fiance.
Her. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know if they married.
Y'all did research on this, huh?
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with the picture.
It ain't no blacks in the picture, but him.
It ain't a painting I would hang up in my house, but
I mean, if you had,
I'm pretty sure you won't.
If you had a mixed race family, that'd be the picture in your house.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I never said there was nothing wrong with the picture. I don't have enough context with the picture. I just scrolled past and I was like, oh, that's a lot of the whites. I mean, that's a lot of the whites.
Man, listen, if I grew up with a whatever race of people that held me down and that was who was there when it was time to go, come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, that he's was I think he was in Arkansas. I think it's Arkansas, some town in Arkansas.
That make it worse, but go ahead.
But if you look at the whole thing, like he had a lot of his people in there. There was a lot of black people in there. So that picture right there just seemed a little off, I guess. But he still have a white fiance. I don't know if they married yet.
Well,
Yeah. So
it was like a Michael Orr situation, The Blind Side.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
It just looked crazy. Adopted, I'm not saying it's not right or nothing. It just looks kind of. But Kiana, how you feel?
Hey, to each his own.
So, do you feel a certain way, Kiana? Do you feel a certain way?
I kind of do, but then I don't really know his background. So, if in fact he was adopted by a white family, raised by the white people, then I can kind of get it. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. And growing up in the backwoods of Arkansas, what do you expect?
Kind of get it.
I mean, one of the comments said having this many white women around your grandma is crazy. I agree.
Yeah. You think about the time your grandmother grew up in,
right?
And shit like that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I just think it kind of looks kind of crazy. Bird, as much as you can understand, if you didn't understand the context, or if you didn't have if you couldn't really like think of course you thinking logically, like, okay, maybe this is.
I'm not thinking logically. I'm thinking from a person who grew up in diverse areas. My whole family is black, but we got mixed people in it too. So I got other race cousins. But I was raised as a little kid in South Central in the bottoms of my granny. Then we moved to Montebello. My mom and my siblings and I moved to Montebello. So all my friends growing up were Hispanic or Latino. I had black friends too, but the majority of the people out there were Hispanic, Latino, Asian, Korean, all kind of other shit. So majority of my, like, say, Pop Warner football, my whole squad was no black people. It was me and Timothy Austin. We was the two black people, if not maybe one more.
You remember a nigga name, it was just your
but I'm saying
first and last name.
Them was the same kids I played with. If they was all black, would have been the same. So I never really grew up, and not saying anybody on here is racist or nothing, because I totally understand the outward expression of seeing it. But I grew up in such diversity where I never saw racism like that. I didn't really start having a hand-to-hand racism until like teenage years. That's when it really started to come out. Because prior to that, it was just friends playing all that. Then you get into the teenage years, like junior high, going to high school, and people going to YA placement, getting out of juvenile hall and all that. Now the racist is coming from there to the streets. And that's when it really started to spill over. And then I started to experience it. I still never joined into it. I don't think I've ever got into a situation with anybody ever, as far as me getting into it with them over their race. But it did become a part to me. But seeing a picture like that, I just see people out there. I did see a gang of white people though, but no black people. But I wouldn't think it was a strange picture, is what I'm saying. Like,
I'm not saying it's strange, but just like you just laughed, that's all I did.
Because Granny was sitting there. Granny was like, "Baby, you show?" Like,
right?
So I get it, yeah. Because I think our grandma that passed, she passed when she was like 103 or 104, so a few years back. And I think she probably would have flipped out if she's seen all the white people in one room. She probably would have took off running or some shit, But so I guess I get it that way. But I don't know. I see stuff like that. I know so many people that grow up in so many different ways, whether placement or adopted, you know what I'm saying, or even just mixed families, like a white mama, black daddy, or black mama, white daddy, and you got two sides of your family, and some of them might take better part into your upbringing than the other. So I kind of would get it, but just seeing the picture, I don't think I would have like that was my first time seeing it. Now I just saw a bunch of people at a draft party. They just
wasn't. But that was just one picture.
She said,
that was just one picture.
Okay. As someone who was married to someone of a different race, right? That I still didn't have that issue. It was still his family, my family, and we coexisted. So I mean, for a big event like this, you would typically have both sides of the family show up, right? So did he not invite his black side of the family?
He did. That's why I said that was just that picture. He did.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so Amir just said, Dad, look up the whole draft picture. It's half white and half black. Yeah. The first picture was cropping the black people out. Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay,
but
people put out pictures like that. They would intentionally put that picture out for this type of.
Yeah, I'm glad they did for my podcast.
Yeah. For sure. But I mean, it is definitely. Whoa, okay, all right.
I need that truth. I needed a conversation starter. You know what I mean? But
this is another conversation. How do y'all feel about? I mean, Kiana was already married to somebody outside of her race. What about y'all and your kids?
She's a sellout. I'm just playing.
Your kids bringing home somebody outside of the race.
Well, my son. So my son. I don't think I've ever seen my son date a woman, a melanated woman myself.
Right.
And I don't have an issue with it. That's not an issue, for me. My daughter, she is a little different. She like them hood niggas. It seems, but so it doesn't matter to me as long as like his other girlfriend, I didn't like her, and it wasn't because she was Italian, it was because she was a little bitch. So, that I don't know, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
I don't think I would mind at all. I mean, I got daughters, I don't have sons, but I don't think it would bother me if they dated someone of another race. I think I'm more so worried about them meeting the right type of person.
Exactly.
Right. I wouldn't care that. Y'all seen the movie, The Killers of the Flower Moon? Anybody seen that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? No.
Yeah, I heard of it, but I haven't seen it. That's that with Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, well, with I think he was in there with Leonardo DiCaprio.
With Leonardo, right? Yeah.
Robert De Niro with the Indian people and the white people would marry into their family to get the resources and all the money. They would kill them off. They would poison them and kill them off. A lot of the Native Americans would die. What is it? Killers of the Flower Moon. It was a good movie.
I'm not gonna remember that long ass title, but where is it on? What platform is it on?
It should be everywhere now. I don't know where you could.
Oh, that was last year.
I don't know.
It came out last year.
Yeah. I watched it illegally. But
sounds like it'd be a good movie.
No, it was a really good movie, man. But it just give you perspective into how they was doing things. And I guess even though that picture is not this picture we just saw, of course, is not accurate. But I'm just saying it's looking at it, it's like it looked crazy. It kind of reminded me of that movie. You know what I mean? So that's what I was thinking when I saw that picture. But
I was thinking more of Get Out when we started talking about it.
Right, that too. Right. Yeah, Hassau said FBI was knocking off Indians. Great movie. Yeah, that was a cold movie, man.
Is that Rick?
Cold movie. Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
What's up, cuz? I see him. He got the face on. I couldn't tell if that was him or not.
You start game banging right away.
Oh, my bad. Hey, what's up, brother?
What up, cool? Yeah, well, to speak on the interracial date, my son, he's 19. He'll be 19 actually. On the 21st. But yeah, he's dating she's mixed. I think she's Puerto Rican and El Salvadoran or something like that.
Go ahead, son.
And so yeah. So yeah, but this is like his first actual like girlfriend, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and I asked him, I said, you know, what's up with the black girls out here? We know we in Palmdale. He's like, man, they raggedy. I'm like, okay, son, I can't be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? He says, not that I don't like them, but he's just like, man, he's like, they just too ghetto. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm like, all right, you know, so
yeah,
I'm
that's
like, all right.
That's the thing too. When you actually talk to kids, like I talked to my nephew, and his first thing is like, it's not that I don't like them, it's just they on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're dealing with a lot of shit like that. So
exactly.
Man, we see a lot of the girls in our culture are losing their self-respect. They're losing the way they walk and the way they carry themselves.
Yeah, man. You gotta be more conscious of the way we raise our daughters, man.
They acting like some of I hate to say it, but some of they lazy mamas. They walk around with bonnets on.
Golly.
Man, that irritates me, man. Them bonnets irritate me, man.
They got pajamas on in the middle of the day. That's the word. Like,
hold on. Let me say this though. Yeah. I just feel like this whole the generation has changed. We can't. I don't like when people generalize and put one thing on one particular group. Like that might be their preference, so they might see. No. Let me finish. That might be your kid's preference. Not saying they're not attracted to a certain thing, but they might have a preference of a certain type, and then you can find a negative in certain things. Sometimes I had a homie that used to just down black women. Oh, black girls, this black girl. Then I'm like, bro, you ain't even dated enough black women to even give you an opinion on that. Like, you know how many black women there are in the world? It's like, how can you really give your opinion on black women to make a general statement? Oh, black women are this and black women are that. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
That'd be like somebody saying black men are this, black men are that.
No,
you know I mean, we can't allow people. I don't like when people allow people. I'm not allowing that. Like our black girls, because I see you guys have daughters. You guys have amazing daughters, smart, intelligent daughters. So it's like I like general statements like that because there are amazing young black women out in this world. And just because they haven't met them, don't mean there are. So it's like I don't like those statements that say, "Oh,
I agree with you 100% with that." Yeah, I agree because I don't like to generalize us.
Hold on, we have to teach our kids when they say statements like that. So be careful, kids, son. Before you generalize, be careful because maybe you coming across a couple that's not cool. But just because you came across a few that's not cool, don't mean they're not intelligent, beautiful women out here like that. I'm like who you like, love who you love. I'm not taking away, but don't down any other race while you're doing it. Explain to them that they haven't even touched enough of our people, of our women, to even give a statement like that, to even generalize like that. You have to teach them. They don't understand.
100%. I agree with y'all, and that's the case. You know, he's just like, you know, we went from LA to Palmdale. He like out here, the schools. He just like, there's just none that's, you know, that's up to his liking. Like as far as their the way they carry themselves. Then that's what I meant. You know what I mean? Not that there is none. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he just
has an encounter.
He was just like, I'm in Palm. He's like, man, he haven't encountered. Now, because I asked him, I said, do you like? He's like, yeah, I think black women are beautiful. But he's just like, he's like the girls that are out here. That's my age. He's like, it's just not it. You know. And so, you know, that's what I meant. I didn't mean, if I came off like a general characterization, I was just explaining. I hear you, but I was just explaining what his experience was. He was just like, man, they, you know, he was like, they ain't it. The way they act, you know, they see my son, you know, we raised our kids, you know, to have, you know, to be proper in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they black, they black, but you know, they know how to carry themselves and certain things, you know, like I got, I ain't gonna let my daughter leave the house with a bonnet on. You know, she got one on right now, but she in the house. You know, but
You leave the house? Nah. You represent first of all, your family, you represent yourself, you represent a lot of stuff. So nah, we ain't doing that. Like I wouldn't let my sons walk out the house with a do-rag on. Like we don't look like that. Like, no, that's not how we gonna portray ourselves, so
yeah, but here's the biggest problem with that though. And what you said, Antron, is 100% right. You can't speak on everybody when you say, I don't like this, I don't like that. But the problem is, like most of us, we're in the general area, especially when we're younger, when we're teenagers, when we're growing up and stuff. And even working people, the working class, we work in an area and we usually involve ourselves in a general area. So when we see that in that area, that's what we see. So it's hard not to say, I don't really like, I mean, of course, I love black women. I only date black women. I've dated outside my race, but I love my black women. But if you see it regularly, you start to believe it to be that. You start to believe it to be so. And then that's why we have so many things like when people say, oh, them black people are whitewashed because they hear them talk proper and their pants are above their waistline. So they feel like they acting something different or they must be uppity or they must be whatever. No, sometimes it's just they were taught the right type of habits to have and the right walk to have as a person. Not as a black person, just as a person. But when you see that same thing all the time, and when they only publicize a certain type of people and a certain type of direction of things, that it'd be hard not to see that. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I tell women all the time, be like, man, why go take that bonnet off? I tell somebody I know, like if I know you, I'm be like, why are you walking around with that bonnet on?
Man, for real.
You only see their hair when they go into a club or something, when they get dressed. Other than that, they look like they don't get dressed. But I know a lot of women who do at the same time. So I would never have that statement to one group or one race because I know both sides. I've seen classy women, educated women, and people who aren't necessarily classy educated, but they carry themselves well. But then you see the other side where everybody hopping out in pajamas at 3 in the afternoon with bonnets on and flip-flops that's supposed to be in the house. And it'd be like, come on, man, y'all got to set a better example for y'all daughters and some dudes for their kids too.
That's right.
I mean,
but the best thing about it is perception. What I mean by perception is how people see you and what they see you or what they see on TV. I remember when I used to drive the bus, a Chinese couple got on the bus. Now I ain't knew these people from an end on the wall. They came. They asked the question. They asked is, do all black people have guns in LA? Because we see it on TV. And I thought, and they were just funny to me. How
should have put on a gun on their ass.
Like, no, you don't.
But it's perception. You know what I mean? If they continuously seeing everybody in LA with a gun, they had to be black because that's what the news show. That's how they
the news show.
Even with like Pharrell said, it just especially out there in where he live at. I know it's not a whole lot of good black females that's out there because of where they came from. They came from out here, went out there because there was nothing out here in LA. So they all balled up out there in Lancaster and Palmdale.
Well, now a lot of people went out there because they moved the project. A lot of people end up in Palmdale, Lancaster, Adelanto because they were bought out of the projects when they tore them down. They either got to move with the new projects or they got paid out to go elsewhere. So a lot of their parents or grandparents moved out there, and now that's the highest murder capital in the U.S. I think it's Lancaster. That's the highest area, even better than Oakland.
It's the highest in the people.
I don't think Lancaster.
Yeah, it came up like a couple years. Well, I don't know about today, but like the year before last, it was Palmdale, Lancaster, then Oakland, then Stockton, then
I think the thing I guess what I'm speaking on is a lot of times we, like you just said, a lot of people was moved out that way. And then a lot of us, we try to move to better areas and stuff like that. When we do those things, our kids are going to be surrounded by kids that doesn't look like them because we want better for our kids. And like you said, when you move further, even to some of the other areas, they've been pushed out that way. So it's not a variety of, it's not a high amount of quality out there, or they might not even see a lot of people that look like them, period. So with that, all I'm saying is like, yeah, let them love and like who they like. But I'm just saying when they do make statements or when it appears some way, you have to teach them at that moment. Look, I know, you probably feel like this. I just think you haven't came across a lot I think maybe when you go further in school or something like that, hey, it's a lot of beautiful women, and I would stop them and sit them down and make sure they know, okay, you got to point out all the people with the black women in their family and how amazing and wonderful they are, because I want to uplift and always teach that, because, love who you love, but don't ever feel like that our people are not who they are. They're not amazing, and don't make beautiful wives and beautiful people like that. Those are the ones that teach us and instill everything in us, and that's raised us to be who we are today, especially our generation. Most of the women and we learn from. So that's all I'm saying. Just kind of teach them. They don't know no better, because of the environment. Most of the time it's
about environment. That's what I'm going to say.
We push them in better areas.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do. But also we pushing them more away from their people at times, sometimes like that.
Yeah. I got a nephew.
That household is the worst though. It'd be the household more than anything.
Yeah.
But I got a nephew who they had moved when they was little up to Fresno. And Fresno could be white, different parts. You got Clovis, you got different areas, Fresno. And so they was just like, his mom was like, why you ain't dating no black? She was like, well, you didn't move me up here. And he was like, he just told her, you moved me up here to Fresno. He says, listen, there's nothing but whites and Hispanics up here, so I'm a date who I'm around. I was like, yeah. He's like, I like women, so you know what I'm saying. What I'm gonna do? He's like, you move me up here, and that's who's out here. So it's like a product of his environment, and so and then he ended up marrying this Hispanic girl up there, So I was like, hey, that's who you got me around, Mom. That's what he's pretty much told. And I was like, yeah, that boy makes sense,
Yeah, I struggle with that when I first came out here.
Ricky said I like Long Beach bros. He crazy.
Because I'm thinking like I love LA. You know what I'm saying? I love my city. I love my block. I love my neighborhood. And I was taking my kids away from that. But not only when I come out here, I'm looking for the scores and stuff for the school, the quality of the school. I'm also looking for the demographic. Like it has to be a good ratio between races. So a majority white school, I'm not looking for that. They still got to know how to interact with certain people.
Right. No, I respect that. Yeah.
I'm looking at Jordan comment. He said, my girlfriend's beautiful mixed race, but it's the money I love about her. It's the
Jordan about that bag. Jordan about that bag.
Hey.
I'm sick of Jordan, man.
It's the money I love about her.
Damn the race. Give me the money.
Give me the money.
Okay. I don't know if you guys know Michael Chandler, the UFC fighter. Him and his wife adopted some black kids, and his statement was he's not raising black kids. I have a video. I can play the video, and then let me know what you guys think about that.
I'm not raising black children. I'm raising children. I'm not raising black men. I'm raising men. And whether you are black or you are white, no matter what race that you are, there are certain things about being a man and being a good man when it comes to character and integrity and safeguarding the helpless and sticking up for those who need it. And being a good man of reputation, none of that has to do with skin color. This is exactly how God created us to be. This is exactly how my family unit was supposed to be. I'm not raising black.
100%.
He's right.
But there's a contingency to it though. Because once you get out, hold on one second. Once those black kids get out that house and start getting treated like black people, they're not gonna know how to understand what it is. Because my mama told
that's 100% right. Always 100% right.
Like my mama told me. My mama told me when it was just me and her and she was raising me. My mama said you got 2 strikes against you. You're black and you're a man. As soon as you walk out the house, that's the first thing they look at. So I understand what he's talking about, and he's right. He's right, 110% right. But at the end of the day, it's still your skin color when you walk out that door. Mm-hmm. The raising the house, yeah. I mean, and now mind you, my mama, she let everybody come in. We had Mexicans in our house. We had white people come in our house. These are my sisters and friends who came and stayed with us because their parents wasn't doing a good job of raising them. But my mama used to tell us, you guys are different from them. And it's not y'all fault. But at the end of the day, y'all have 2 strikes against you. You black and you a man. As soon as you walk out and somebody say something, you're the first person to get looked at. I just had that conversation with my son Tuesday, excuse me. And I have to reiterate it with him because this is the same conversation that we was having with dating girls and stuff like that. You know, out of races and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, like I get it. I get it.
I think if you raise your kids right, I think what he's saying is 100% right and accurate. I think that them being black kids have nothing to do with how he's raising them, and that's correct. I think them being black men one day is something that they're going to have to learn how to deal with one day on their own anyway.
Exactly.
So I think that's why it's not a factor to what he's doing, because a black man can't teach a black man how to be a black man. Because when when my dad is not next to me, I still have to figure out how to deal with this situation as a black man. So my dad can tell me, no. Some of the things that my dad had to endure, I didn't. And some of the things that I endured, he didn't. But we both endured different things because.
Right, but it's not. But it's still not.
But what
I get what you're saying, but I don't get what you're saying.
Huh?
I don't agree either, but we can go over that later. We can go over that later.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you because what you're saying is
no.
But what I'm saying is what he said to this particular point. I think he would be doing an amazing job to do exactly what he said by raising to be upstanding citizens, to be respectful, to be mannerable, and all those things, because that's what a man is. Because you got to be a man before you're a black man too, right? And a white man and a green man and everything. You got to be a man. That's a bigger statement than being a strong black man, just being a strong man.
Two things can be sometimes two things can be right? Like in certain situations, right? You guys are both right. And the thing is though, you know, he, like you said, he's right. He's raising men, right? But like O said, they're still gonna be black, right? And so we can it was one I put it like this. It's a cultural thing in a sense, right? Because Denzel said it like this. He was like, when he was making the movie Fences, right? He was like, he couldn't have made Goodfellas, right? Because he doesn't know the culture.
Yeah, I remember.
And he said Martin Scorsese couldn't make Fences because he doesn't understand what he say. He put it like this. He was like, I understand what it is to smell hair from a hot iron on the stove because your mother's pressing your daughter's or your sister's hair. You know what I'm saying? So it's the culture. My dad can tell me, he was from Arkansas. You know, he said the racist police ran him up out of there. And so when he got out here, dealing with the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Being black. So he could teach me and show me some things about what it is that a black man has to face. You know what I'm saying? Because we can relate. You know, so it's some things like you said, y'all both are right. Two things could be right, you know, because I think you can teach someone respect, integrity, morals, how to treat people, do unto others that you would have that you can teach them that. But still, it's something about to encounter. I'm a man, but this white cop just looking at me like I'm less than. How does he teach that? Because they're not gonna. He can't teach them that. You know what I'm saying? He can't give them no pointers. He can't give them no heads up. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. You know, so two things could be right.
You teach a black man how to be a man by teaching him how to be a man, not a black. Because the idea of it being taught to be a black man is what? How do you teach a black man to be a black man?
Some things are. You don't think some things is cultural though?
Yeah, but those
that's why I started off saying about when Denzel about Fences. You know what I'm saying? Some things are cultural things. You know what I'm saying? Like we deal with this as a culture differently than other races.
Yeah, but we deal with it when we're in those environments to deal with it. Because every black person ain't dealt with racism the same.
No, but I'm saying, but if
most of us probably have, but look at where we grew up. So
more than likely, those kids will experience racism. So
for sure,
the best thing that he needs to do, raise them to be men, but also be aware of who you have in your house. You have black children. Let them know these are the possibilities that can happen in the future.
I'm sure he will. Yeah,
he has to. You can't get around that. He has to.
Yeah,
that's all. That's all I'm saying. It's like you raising men. Ultimately, you raising men. Like it always starts with the gender first. You raising men. You raising women. But then you have sub genres. You raising a black man, black woman, and stuff like that. That you have to instill in them that they're not. Yeah, they're gonna learn on their own.
The playing field is not equal. You know.
Right. So some of the stuff you want to prepare them for or how to handle things when it comes to them.
Mm-hmm.
I have five boys. I can't wait till they be grown men and try to teach them how to be how to be black men. You know what I mean? I have to start early. They're black boys, so I have to teach them now and teach them how to prepare for things. My son just went through something walking home with his brothers, and I had to teach him how to respond because he responded away, and I'm like, you did the right thing. Next time, add this too. You know what I mean? And because he went through something that was yeah. So I had to talk to him, and it's things that's like that's going to happen that they have to be prepared for as another race. Is all I'm saying. It's like things are going to happen that you may, because of who they are, because of who your children are, just because of how they look, that you have to instill in them. I'm not saying you're not raising you're raising men, but you're also raising black men. So Pharrell said, I think I walked away, but he said two things can be true. You're raising men, but you're also raising black men. And you have to keep that in mind. So that's just what it is. It's like you can't ignore that. You have black kids. I mean, so it's a lot of things that come with that. So make sure you also tap into that. Educate yourself on some of the things that black people go through.
Yeah, I think
of course. You know,
that way, though, so people wouldn't say, "But you're raising black kids." I think he was pushing the narrative that way to let them know I care more about their success as people than as because people. Anytime another race raises a black kid, they don't know how to raise that little black boy. They don't know how to do that black girl hair. But there's some little black girls with nappy hair that grew up with their whole family. So are they raising right? Or are they not? You know what I'm saying? So he's saying it more like he putting the effort into them as a person and being all that stuff. I think is going to come at a time too, and I'm sure he'll probably figure out how to figure that out when it's time.
I think it'll come to him.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Through his kids that he's raising black kids, through his kids because of what they experiences they have. And it's going like one of my sons came to me and told me a different one. Like I was at school and I heard some of my friends saying this, and I didn't know he felt that way. It was on a racial subject, and it was like, oh, so now he looking at them different. I had to let him know, like, son, you got to understand this and this and this. So even with their friends, things are going to happen with their little friends and stuff like that happen that they like, that don't feel right. I don't like how I feel.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then that's when you have to explain to them, and so you're different from a different race, but you have to explain to them, hey, you're black, this and this. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I mean, we go through different. Hey, we deal with different stuff on a whole nother level. Like I was saying, my nephew up in Fresno, he had a situation where in high school they tried to put him mark him to where he had like a sexual thing, you know what I'm saying? Because he was, like it's a bunch of white girls up there. Now he was popular football team, so of course, and so the white parents, the dad, especially the father, he took the girl's virginity, but she gave it to him. You know what I mean? I mean, he was popular football players. Yeah. And if she didn't openly just like come out and admit it, they was going to try to take him down. You know what I'm saying? Versus, I don't think that would have just been a situation where if they was both white, that would have happened. You know what I'm saying? It's because this popular black athlete took my white daughter's virginity. You know what I'm saying? But luckily, the girl was like, "Nah," she didn't backtrack. She was like, "No, it was consensual. He didn't rape me. He didn't take it." You know what I'm saying? So that's stuff that black people deal with. We know them stories are still going on to this day. You know what I'm saying?
I think in every race, they all got their own things that they deal with. This is ours. You know what I'm saying? I think Mexicans deal with it if they in a heavily populated area of something else. White people.
Yeah, of course.
And black people too, but
of course.
We're just speaking from our point of view as black.
Yeah, it's just experience, and perspective, but I'm saying they will, it's reality for us in a sense. Like, those things still happen. You would think in this day and age that it would be okay, but nah, those things still happen. And like I said, he's up in Fresno, whites, and like I said, he was a popular football player in high school at the time, and he was, and so that situation happened. Like I said, and if The daughter, all she had to do was be scared of her daddy enough to be like, no, I didn't want to do this, and it would have been a whole case. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's move it along now. We didn't spend a lot of time on them two topics. My next topic, man. Hold on, let me take this off the screen so we can have more room. There was a post I was watching and another podcast. I like watching different podcasts, but the young lady said black women face more challenges while dating black men than other cultures do while dating their men. Kiana, I heard you said you dated your first. You dated outside your race too. Let me play a video to put things into context, and then we'll talk about this.
Black women most definitely have to jump through more hoops for the same thing that other women of other cultures don't have to do.
What hoops I gotta jump through?
We have to be okay with the fact that he might have.
Just going back to the first question you asked, you have to deal with all these things. Like, you got to worry about if he have a baby on his side, if he dealing with this and that.
You got to do that with Brad and Chad, too.
Every other culture does the same shit. But they're not as emboldened.
Exactly.
Can I please tell you why?
And they're not going to work.
Because their women are not saying the shit on media like you guys are. Their women are not sitting here throwing them under the fucking ground like y'all, like women.
You see it?
We don't see it. Because listen, these motherfuckers be their mothers and sisters and having kids with them. And we ain't talking about that. They mother ain't on the yeah, my son just no, they ain't saying that shit. But yet y'all out here worried about and yes, it's wrong, but y'all putting them on a pedestal they don't belong on.
Black women.
Okay. Top to bottom, man. Alan, you on deck.
Well, you know, when I first seen this, I said I don't understand how she combined the statement like a paranoia for black women with relationship type shit. Like that don't work. To me, that don't work. Like when you say black women have to deal with certain things, I'm expecting like, okay, within the workforce or within equality or some shit like that. You go to relational type shit, which everybody got to deal with. As far as, you know, dealing with a man, might have a baby on you, might cheat on you, whatever. That's regular. That's not just black women.
True. Right. Bird, elaborate. Oh, he. Want to elaborate?
No, I mean, I agree with what he said. I mean, you know, I don't think I would say that they necessarily have to deal with more when they deal with their own race. Like black women got to deal with more when they deal with black men. I think what the bigger problem is people are dealing with people that are not equally yoked. People are too eager to deal with people that they don't even connect with, and then they try to figure out why they don't mix. It's a lot of successful black couples who don't deal with a lot of things that a lot of unsuccessful black couples do deal with. So, and just like any other race, it's a lot of white couples that got domestic violence problems. It's a lot of white ones that don't. It's a lot of black ones that do and a lot that don't. But I think it's a bigger thing about people not understanding who they are and then dealing with people who can't understand who they are either. And then they clash. And if you're dealing with someone of your own race, that's what you're going to feel is the issue. Because if you only date black men, if a woman only dates black men, she don't feel like they must be the problem. And sometimes it's just because she's dealing with the wrong type of men, the wrong individuals. You know what I'm saying? Or a man dealing with women, same thing. So, I mean, it's a hard one to say what it is, but I don't think they have to deal with them differently. Because I mean, you see black dudes get white women and they dog them out. They Mexican, Puerto Rican, alien. So it really just depends on the individual person. So I can't say it's a thing for the race in general as far as dealing with each other the wrong way. I don't think so. But that's my thought. I don't think so.
Oh, what you got, baby?
To me, I'm gonna take this last. Why? Because whatever she said, it didn't sound right. Especially, I think, like she said, do black women face more challenges? I think black women face more challenges being friends with other black women. That's the biggest challenge. Them getting along. I think that's more of a bigger challenge than anything else. instead of trying to say dating black men or dating other different cultures. I think it's just black women on black women. They gotta learn how to get along first before anything else.
He just deflected like a motherfucker. He like,
Kiana?
they gotta get along with themselves before they fuck around. Y'all don't even get along. That's funny.
Yeah, Kiana, what you got to say about that?
Well, I don't agree with that statement at all. Only because I think it's about, she probably needs to examine what she's attracting and what she's attracted to. White women, Hispanic women, Asian women, they all deal with the same issues. It's just like the guy said, you know, we're just more vocal about what we're going through. And when I'm dating someone, if I have to worry about if he has a baby on the side, then that's not the dude for me. So I don't think it has anything to do with black women dealing with these particular issues with black men. It's about women in general dealing with issues and what you allow and the type of people that you're attracting. And be quiet, because anybody with a real friend, they don't have issues. I don't argue and fight with my friends.
I got you, but I got you. Oh, I know you don't. I'm not. And when I say black women, I don't mean. I should have made it clear.
You generalized.
Exactly. Because you know I love you with all my heart. I know you're doing that.
What I got to say is comparison is the thief of joy. That's it.
Man. Yeah. Like I said again, I hate generalizations like this. Everything happened in every culture, and I think you guys, everybody touched on everything that I would have said. Each person said something except I want to go throw that in there, but I fuck with you. I mean, yeah, I think it like who said that? Burks said it's basically who the type of people you choose, and I hate when people pick a certain kind of person. A lot of people are shallow and go after certain things and certain standards or preferences they have, and then judge a whole group of people based off their preferences. It's like, no, you didn't get to know these people. You didn't find out their mental. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of things. People go into dating these people and don't even know what type of problems these people come from, their childhood, mental health going on, and all of this. So they like to judge. I don't know. It's just not cool to generalize. So
we'll go to the comment.
Everybody cheats. Everybody have babies on other races. It's not just black women. That's the same way I defended black women earlier. I'm defending black men. There's a lot of great black men out here. Some of these women have choices or preferences, and they'll walk past the guy that's short. Some women don't like short guys. They'll walk past the short guy, and this man would have loved them and gave them everything they wanted, and then they go and find this other guy, and then he cheat on them. Now. Black men is. But you didn't walk past 76 black men that like you, that would treated you good. Yeah. But now you saying black men is. They like, well, I should try another race. It's like, cool, but maybe you should look in the mirror and see what you know what I mean, the problem with you, because you're chasing something that you're probably never going to find. You know what I mean? And you need to love yourself. And then when you love yourself, you can kind of see the good in other people and don't be so shallow. It's like, it's a lot of good men out here, but a lot of them are not getting chances. Yeah. So
that's what she just said.
A lot of women ignore those red flags. And you knew he was a hoe when he was trying to holler at you, because he was just hollering at your friend 5 minutes ago. But right. It's not going to happen to me. I'm going to change him. He's going to be different with me. No, boo, you're gonna get that same treatment.
That is the mindset right there. I hear that all the time.
The bigger mindset is, I know he married, but he loved me more.
Right, he gonna leave her.
I'm the thing I ever heard. He gonna love me because I'm better than her. I cook better than her. I can this. It's like, you think he married her so he can leave her? That's dumb as hell. But a lot of women, a lot of men and women probably, but mostly women that I see, they come to that belief that they can take somebody from somebody. You can't take nobody from nobody. If they gonna come to you because they wanted to, it ain't gonna be because you took them.
Yeah, you don't take nobody.
All right, and the comments she said it is an experience that it isn't an experience thing. She's going off of what she experienced and people around her. So basically, she's saying she experienced that. She meant it is an experience thing. She's going off people and what she's experienced with people around her. Just cut ties with the old BM, or do we mean black man? I don't know what. It's the different level of outlets that other women utilize, whereas black women, we expressive and vocal about our abuse or mistreatment. Yeah, maybe the other people are going to go get help and seeking therapy and stuff like that and get over it that way. And maybe we are more expressive as a culture, period. Especially nowadays, we're pushing a lot of these things and these narratives and stuff on social media as opposed to going to go get help and stuff like that. And it's coming across like we all like this. And no, it's just we're all sharing our experiences. And if everybody share, that's like if everybody drop $1 down. I mean, if everybody donate $1, shit, we'll be millionaires. I mean, so if everybody, a million people giving their stories, it'll seem like we as a people are this messed up. No, it's just everybody sharing their bad experience. I mean, so yeah. Ricky said that's in every culture. So yeah, and everybody, doing what they want to do out here, man. He said, baby mama, nah. I didn't know what you meant because he said, get rid of your beard. Like the old black man, he said, get rid of your beard. Okay, man. Yeah, man. Okay, let's get into this. Who or what taught you how to be a man or woman? Kiana, or anybody else that want to speak up. Brina's here. She's listening. She's just not on here.
What's up, Brina?
Who or what taught you how to be a man or woman?
This topic goes to the topic before with the wrestler. What's his name? The one we was talking about. He's raising black kids.
Yeah.
He said he's raising men, and all that's cool. But I could say for most of us on here, we already talked about this. We didn't have real male figures in our life, so it's like what or who taught you, how to be the man that you are today.
You want me to go first?
You can.
Yeah, because I don't know if he ain't. Yeah,
I would say this: life experience dealing with people and kids. When you deal with people, when you deal with different people, be mother, father, you can be friends. It teach you how to act towards different people. When you have kids, it give you more responsibility. With kids, it teach you how to be more financially sound. When you have kids, it teach you that you need this, you need that. You can hear everything. It can be a hearsay, like, oh, when it comes to bills, is it being a man paying bills? I mean, because that's what the culture is telling you right now.
Yeah,
no. The question was no.
But I'll say this. I'll say this for myself. I don't recall, and I don't take nothing from my mother. She was working her ass off. I know that she done been through layoffs, all type of shit. But I don't recall like real talks until I got older, where I was damn near already a man. And I'm kind of thinking like maybe she was waiting to see if he understands. It's just like saying, putting a child in church and expecting them to know. They don't really understand until they get older, until their mindset is there. So I don't really recall the talks, and I didn't have no real male figure in my life. So like O said, it's the experiences that I had growing up. And you can still consider yourself learning at a late age when you think that you will have everything all together, but you're still learning.
Man, that's me all the way. I gravitate to the last two sentences that you said is at what age? Because even now, I'm 43, and some stuff that I think that I should have had down packed already, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Especially living the life that I'm living right now, bro. You guys know what I'm going through, and it's like at 43, I wouldn't be expecting to go through that, or health wise, probably because you got to keep checking. But mentality wise and emotionally wise, no. I honestly, emotionally wise, I think I would be stronger. Mentally, I think I would be stronger, but I'm not. I do have weak moments. I do have weak points. One thing that you don't really understand is when it comes to kids. You guys know the situation. Even with kids, I'm trying to deal with certain aspects of moms dealing with the kids' demeanor, dealing with kids and what their outlook is. I understand the last two things that you said.
And I'll say consistently. I want to say consistently. I don't want to take nothing from nobody. I didn't have a male figure consistently to have the real effect in my life as a young man, as a child. I have,
I didn't
you
know that
know,
at all.
I have people that
Yes,
I
you
looked
did.
up. I have people that I looked up to. They might have been teaching me, you know, subconsciously that they didn't know, but I'm always watching. You know, I'm very observant, so I'm watching how they maneuver through life and stuff like that. Like one of my best friends, Pops. You know what I'm saying? To shout him out. A few other people, you know, but it wasn't consistently to have like I'm doing with my child or you guys are doing with your children.
Yeah.
Right. But like,
Oh,
but see,
I had
see,
a joke for you. Oh,
go ahead.
no, I was when you was talking earlier. I was like, I said, but your mama was a stud. You had a mama and a daddy. But I was, I don't know why that just tickled
Hey,
me.
but no, but that's the whole point. My mom was gay, so I didn't have a male figure. My dad wasn't there. I had my stepfather, but he wasn't there consistently. He was on and off. And I didn't. And the last time that I used to kick it with him was when I was 10. My mom left him. We left Vegas when I was 10 years old to move to Seattle. So from there on, it was just nothing but around women.
No,
So
I
it's
was
like,
being funny.
no. I'm just telling
You
you. I'm just telling you my thoughts.
So
But I mean, but you know, and even though even though my mom's husbands, wives, or whatever you want to call it, I'm not gonna get into that. But they tried to teach me to be a man. But I looked at that like you're still a woman trying to teach me how to be a man. You don't know what you can see here. You think you know about dick, but you don't know about how dick do this or dick do that. And I used to tell them just like that. And it was like, bro, it's funny. I used to have this conversation with them all the time. Like you don't know. You don't wake up. You don't wake up in the morning. You don't wake up in the morning with a hard on talking about why your dick hard. You don't have conversations like that.
They go to sleep with a hard on, and they wake up with a hard on. They just can't feel
Exactly.
it. Anyway, I digress to my point. So
I don't know how we got there.
Yeah, that's deep right there. That's deep.
No, that's what it is. Who taught you how to be a man? And I'm just saying, my mom, the people my mom brought around me tried to teach me as women to be a man.
Hey, Weiss, man, you look like you're really trying to comprehend. I'm sorry for bringing it up, cuz.
It went left. It went left for sure.
But now, so on my end, I'm gonna just take it back to the original thing. So I grew up. Initially, we grew up. My siblings and I. We had a great grandfather and grandmother. So they're real old school. So my grandfather didn't allow us boys to do certain things. Like I couldn't play tetherball with the girls. I couldn't play certain things with the girls. The boys couldn't do, or the girls couldn't do things that the boys do. Like my great granddaddy probably would have flipped out if I threw a football to one of my cousins or sisters that were girls. He was just real old fashioned like that. Like boys do this, girls do that. And then my grandma Vern, we had my grandpa Ray, which was her long-term boyfriend. But you know, me being born, we grew up thinking he was Grandpa Ray. He was. So he installed things too, where we were at our grandma's house, like summertime, weekends, and stuff like that. And the boys would go outside. We learned how to cut grass, trim trees, edge the yard, all that other stuff. The girls would learn how to sew. They learned how to cook. They learned, all my female cousins and my sisters were in the house for the most part doing that. When it was time to clean up, they were cleaning up the house. The boys were outside cleaning the grounds of the house, you know what I'm saying? Hosing shit down and doing stuff. So we were kind of taught the male roles and the female roles when we were little. And then growing up, it just kind of stuck with you. My mom kind of pushed the issue on certain things, but, we still tread those same lines growing up. So I could say that was what started it or instilled it for the most part. My mom, she dated here and there for while we were growing up. So I didn't have a father figure per se, but the man that was in her life for a long time, he definitely was a male role model.
I'm about to say, you better not leave us then.
No, because I'm gonna put standing there. He was there for some years, and he was a real. To me, I feel like he was a real stand-up dude. Like he really pushed the lines on, hey boys, I need y'all to X, Y, Z, and the girls did their thing with mama, so we did our thing with what he said do, and I respected him, and that's kind of what my walk came from as far as a man. And then my older brother, he's only 2 years older than me, so he couldn't really lead me until he got a little older. But what he did do is he never put me into like bad situations. Like, you growing up and you doing your dirt or running with your friends or whatever. He never let me come with him. So anything he did that I didn't need to be doing, he didn't take me. So I can't say that was teaching me, but it kept me away from certain things. Even though I went off and did it over there, he just didn't know either. You know what I'm saying? But he tried to lead me. He tried to be the example by not showing me the wrong stuff. And then I think, like they say, mama's baby, but the streets raised me. When you're out there with your boys and your friends, you kind of get a good glimpse of everything from different people. Like, certain dynamics from your friends. They teach you things like Weiss. This the only nigga I knew when we was kids that knew how to cook. This nigga knew how to make a whole Thanksgiving dinner and shit when we was in like the 10th grade and shit. I didn't know how to make a grilled cheese sandwich, but he did. So it's like, I learned different things on how to just do stuff. And then I was forced to move out. The niggas was like, man, you need to move out and get your own place. I said, nigga, I live with my mama. I ain't got to pay no rent. I ain't got to do nothing. I was 17, about to be 18, that just turned 18. Niggas like, nah, you need your own place. You got to learn how to move on your own. You got to stand on your own. But I was like, why? Nigga, I live here rent free. Yeah, I ain't got to pay
conversation. I'm like,
I just think I got a car and all I got to pay is car insurance. Nigga, why would I ever move out of my mama's house? And he said, nah, bro, you'll never learn how to really carry yourself if you always got that hand like that. He like, if it failed, go back. I was like, yeah, okay. So I moved out and thank the Lord I never had to go back. But those are the things and some of the people that really like push me away. My cousin, my older cousin, Big Guido, I kind of watch him with his kids and how he dealt his household. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, it's just living and seeing vicariously through other people and how they did stuff that I could learn from them. So that kind of was my thing. And then the rest of it, God just blessed me with all this greatness. And, here I am.
I saw said Pop for sure, married 56 years. Man,
oh, yeah, big up to your pop, nigga. Yeah, I knew your parents very well. Good people.
Yeah.
He was definitely an OG.
Yeah, rest in peace, moms, too.
Hey, rest in peace to your mama, yeah.
And experience is still learning now, for sure. Kiana?
My mother and my grandmother taught me, I think, the most about how to be a woman. But then my dad, both my dads actually taught me my worth and my value as a woman. And they actually kind of instilled in me, I guess, what I should accept and how I should be treated by a man. Like my dad, he did not believe that men should ever put their hands on women. My dad never spanked me.
Beat the shit out of my daughter.
Yeah, well, but so I would say my dad, my stepdad, and then my mom and my grandma.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
For real?
Yeah, well, I grew up, in a 2-parent household. My dad was older than my mom. They're 16. They were 16 years apart. So my mom had me when she was 24 and my dad was 40. So I kind of had an old daddy, compared to everybody else. When I was 10, my dad was 50, and like all my friends' dad was young. Pops didn't really want to, go to the basketball court and do stuff like that. But, he had so much wisdom and knowledge, and then being from the South, he was from Arkansas. So, he taught me a lot about, how they grew up back then, and just, he was in the sit down strikes, stuff like that. So he taught me a lot of history. And so I learned how to be a man. I got my work ethic from him. And like I said, growing up in a 2-parent household, I feel like that was beneficial for me. And so that's what I always wanted for my kids, to have both parents. And so, that's, a part of my thing. And also, like I said, my story, I got saved at 18 and became a minister at 19. So the church also, matures you too if it's done the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I had, a good pastor that looked up to, that taught me the good, the bad, and the ugly. My experience, I think experience, you learn twofold. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from your mistakes, but you can also learn from other people's mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And what not to do. You know what I'm saying? And things to do by looking and observing. Like, nah, you know what? I ain't gonna do that. I see that didn't work out for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't a good path to go down. So that too. Then, like I said, I got married young at 24. So that also helped and taught me, you get married, you got to be a man, you know what I'm saying? But I had a good example at home too. And so, like me, my situation, like I married out of the house, so I didn't, when I got married, then we
pretty much moved out, and then we moved back when my parents got sick, and so like that. So yeah, man, my parents, were my examples, and like I said, you take the good, the bad, and the ugly. I think in life, sometimes we become our parents, and the goal is to take all the good that our parents instilled in us and none of the bad. Hopefully none of the bad. You know what I'm saying? And you take the good and so you can grow, and then you take what you need and you try to evolve and be like that. And it don't come with no manual being a parent or being a man. You just kind of go through experience and try to be the best person you can be based on what life presents you. You know what I'm saying? And try to take the wisdom that you've garnered over the years and try to use it. But you're gonna make your ups and your bumps and bruises, your mistakes, ups and downs, and but that's just kind of my story right there. And so that's what I try to gain my experience from and what taught me. So
okay. As far as me, yeah, my grandmother's husband, Charlie. His name was Charlie, man. We called him Charlie because that's how he said his name, Charlie. Yeah. Old school, man. Oklahoma, man. Dude tucked his shirt in, pants way up to his belly button. I mean,
I remember
button up shirt. I mean, he was old school, man. He didn't play no nonsense, man. Made us dress like that, man. Didn't tolerate any lying. He was like a man's man, and we used to whoop us. When we used to get whipping, it's like a strap that you would raw hide that you whoop horses with. Probably was abuse. Definitely, I know it was abuse.
It probably was abuse. It definitely.
But I'll say, man, some of the morals, man, and things he lived by, code of ethics and stuff that he lived by. That's why I don't lie. That's why I teach my kids not to lie. Just how he carried himself as a man, how he shook hands, how he looked you in your eye, how he walked and talked and stuff like that, mannerisms and stuff like that. Even after he punished you and whooped us, like they would sit us on the porch and talk to us for hours about what happened. Like, I'm like, man, the whooping was enough. I'd rather just get another whooping. I don't want to sit here and, talk to y'all. But yeah, man, they instilled a lot of that in me, man. And then my mom was a hustler, man. My mom, she wasn't a man, but she taught me a lot of qualities, man. Just survival, hustle, just to make it through anything. And that just taught me, get out there and get it, man. Don't wait for nothing. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You got to go get it. So, and then I'll say meeting my wife at an early age, us learning together, man, growing up together, learning life together, having a son early, having to get out there and get it, man. Life taught me how to be a man. My kids taught me how to be men. And just my past taught me how to be a man because I wanted to be everything that I didn't have. Everything that I wanted, that I didn't have, that I missed, I wanted to become that, and still working towards it, never perfect, but still working towards it, still learning. So that's what I'll say on that subject.
Oh, yeah, and my mama. I forgot about my mama. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Okay, we can move it along, man. Let's get going now. Next subject, man. A man is upset with his girlfriend for giving half of income tax to her kid's father without telling him. This should be interesting. It should be interesting.
That's her nigga still.
I thought you gonna play the video.
Yeah, I'm play the video.
I don't even need to see it. No.
Girl got back like 8 bands from her income tax, and she gave her kid's father half of the money. She talking about he helps with his kids like he's supposed to, so she felt he deserved some of that money. Bro, she's taking money out of our house for this dude and ain't telling me shit. I told her if she don't get that money back, then me and her are over.
Why I gotta run by you money that I'm getting and what I'm going to do with it?
It's her kids. It's her tax money. But to be fair, they have shared expenses in that house.
Right.
If you've lived with somebody the whole year, you're filing this or whatever. You're getting this back, and then you go take it and give it to somebody else.
I gave half.
You gave half
to the other parent.
It's not $200. You gave $4,000.
Yo, niggas be having a lot of audacity with no fucking commitment attached to it. You live with this lady. You live with this lady. You're not married to this lady. This not your fiance, but you want to tell her what to do with her bread, or you're gonna leave. There's something in there that's giving me a boy ick, and I don't have the time.
Man, watching this again make me feel a different way. Make me feel a different way, man. Because
I want to fight it, bro. Everything. I'm trying to fight it.
Alan, go ahead, man.
I'll say that she has a right to give him some money. It depends, like I said earlier in the messages. It depends on the situation. Does he have them half of the time, or some of the time, or whatever? What is he contributing to the kids? Or is he just doing regular or minimal shit? Because if he's taking care of his business, have him half the time, and she has him half the time, then okay, you can give him some money. I don't know if it'll be as much, but yeah, those are his kids. Can he claim them on his taxes as well, or is she just claiming the taxes? So you have to look at all that. But they didn't get into all that.
When you say kids, it's more than one. So I guess the question I would have is, how come he didn't have one or she didn't have one? You see what I'm saying? I'm just going when he say kids. I'm just saying two.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Bert.
Hold on, I gotta cool down first. No, I'm just kidding. Now, sincerely, how would I say that? So, I think in a perfect world, people can deal with people like that. Deal with your ex, your baby daddy, baby mama, whatever. If you have a certain type of understanding with each other about certain things, because I've been in certain positions similar. However, if you have a spouse, whether it be your girlfriend that you live with and coexist with in a house, that should be more than a conversation. That should be more than just, oh, that's my baby daddy or my baby mama. So what? Nah, the money that comes into this house should be spoken of as far as when it's going out, because you sending $4,000 somewhere. If the kids live here, that money needs to stay here. I don't give a damn what your baby daddy doing over there, or vice versa. If it was my baby mama somewhere, I'm not going to send her half the money and not tell my spouse, unless it was some type of understanding or agreement we had. Like it could have been a situation where it's like the baby mama makes less money and the baby daddy may make more. So let her use the kids so they can actually get something back and then share it, because that works for people. As opposed to the baby daddy, if he makes more, he uses them and gets $1,100 back, and the mama get $8,000 back. Let her use the kids, and then you split it so you both can benefit from what you're doing throughout the year. Now, I can understand that, but the bigger issue, I think, is just that she didn't communicate it, because that kind of money coming out, I don't give a damn if it was your money, your tax money, my money, my tax money. That should be talked about, because that's $4,000. And it ain't just like a drop in a bucket where you can be like, oh, he needed some gas money, I just threw him some change. Nah. You gave a nigga $4,000 of our money. That's our money, because if you and your kids live in the house with me, I'm pretty sure I'm doing for those kids too. I'm pretty sure I'm taking care of the mortgage, if that's a man and woman in the house, or they splitting it. I'm pretty sure he paying the lights and the gas. She probably buying the shoes, and the clothes, and the toiletries and all that. And that's their union in their household. That $4,000 contributes back to that.
I can't wait to see your response, Kiana, because you just looking like
I see you looking. I was looking at
everything you said.
Like,
but honestly, I totally agree with everything you just said. That's my whole take.
Yeah. Oh, I know how you feel about it. You like, shit, this is it.
It's just the communication and all that, everything. But yeah, go ahead, Bird. I mean,
No, you said it about right, because like I had time to think about it. At first, I was like, shit, yeah, you can give the daddy half or whatever else because you do this and do that. But at the end of the day, it is raising a kid is a business. You know what I mean? And that's basically what is going on. You know what I mean? You have the mom and whoever she has, then you have the dad. Everybody's doing equal, and that's how I look at it. And I'm gonna go 100% with Burks said. Ain't nothing out of me on this one. Go ahead, Miss Keisha.
I don't know who Keisha is.
Yeah, I was like, we got Keisha.
I know, Kiana. I just like messing with her.
First of all, why is it your business how much money I got back on my taxes? We're not married. My money is my money. Your money is your money. As long as, however we decide to divide the bills, if it's 50-50, whatever the case is, as long as my half of the bills are covered, you have no say-so on what I spend my money on. Now, me choosing to give money to my baby daddy, We don't know the
Why
context.
you gotta say it like that? My baby daddy.
Yeah.
You don't know the context. You don't know if there was an agreement made, ahead of time. And
Isn't
then,
that the issue?
But like you said,
I didn't mean to interrupt, but isn't that the issue though? You don't know the content, so isn't that the issue?
What's
that
the
she
issue?
didn't communicate the content.
Hold on, let her finish, because that is the issue though. But
I was ready to jump on you real quick. My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
We don't know the context. We don't know if it was an agreement that the baby daddy and her had. We don't know, the reason behind her claiming both or all the kids, and as opposed to him claiming half the kids or whatever the case is. So, I mean, like you said, it could have been a case where, okay, if he claims them, he got 1,100 back. If I claim him, I'm getting 8,000 back. Why wouldn't I give him half the money? But it's not your business.
That's not your man.
I disagree with that.
You're not married.
But you don't live with your baby daddy though.
Hold on, let Pharrell go.
Go ahead.
The reason, because, listen, it's like, and see, this is the reason why I never wanted to do baby mamas and baby daddies. It's like, I need to be married, because when you in a household together like that, so it's like we're playing house and playing marriage, but we're still technically not married. So you're single. And so you had that mindset, because I think the issue was, he was like, we didn't discuss it. We didn't, he didn't know about it. That's what it seemed like. It's coming off like he was appalled by the fact that you didn't let me know. So there's a communication issue, number one, so it's like, we don't know if he probably wouldn't have had a problem with it, or there could have been a discussion or something like that because communication is key, in everything, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that's the issue. And it's like, okay, if there was not a discussion, then I think that's where his issue lies. It's like, okay, we didn't discuss it, what was going on, but the fact that it's like none of his business, it's like, well, they live together. I'm obviously got household bills and things together. And I'm pretty sure he's probably doing for those kids too, so he's kind of probably thinking like, well, what's going on here, And so to me, that's the issue, like with baby mamas and baby dramas, is like, I remember like it was a girl before I got married. I didn't choose her because I'm like, I don't want to deal with baby daddy drama. You know what I'm saying? Just for those simple reasons, because it's like, you got obligations over there. My household is over here. Me as a man, I feel like this is my household, and ain't no other man, woman, anybody else is gonna dictate how we run our stuff. Versus even with my wife, she the queen. She she makes my house a home. And like I told her not too long ago, like, man, I appreciate you because I work mad crazy hours, and I was like, man, babe, you know what, I appreciate you because you make my house a home, and I appreciate that you take care of everything here, so it's like, you wouldn't want nobody else on the outside dictating that, so it's just kind of like, I think the communication is the biggest thing, but I think it should be communicated in all things if we share a household together.
Yeah, communication is part of it, definitely a major part of it. I don't know if the person outside is dictating, but like she said, that was probably the agreement prior to. But what you also said, Kiana, as far as that's not his business, I don't particularly agree with that, because you guys do live together. Also, is that for the beginning of the relationship or the whole relationship? Is it at a certain point, do it become his business?
It becomes his business when he becomes my husband.
Okay.
Okay.
See.
Okay.
That's crazy right there. First of all, let me tell you something real quick. I thought I was on. I thought my camera's off when I was fucking that piece of pizza up right now.
You was fucking it up.
Antoine looked at me like, yeah, I thought I was being the freak and shit. My bad. I wasn't trying to do that on camera. That shit's funny as shit. Like, I can see you, nigga. Go ahead, though.
Yeah. I just feel like communication is everything. Everybody's business is their business, but when you establish a relationship, there's some type of commitment. Maybe not marriage, but there should be some type of commitment, trust, and honesty. And communication and transparency is what helps. So it's like, just because we're not married don't mean I can just go do what I want to do without informing you, especially if we living together. They could have been engaged. We don't know what the deal is. I mean, right. So if we're paying into this household and we're paying some of the same bills out of this household, I feel like we're committed to this household. So that alone makes us have to. We should be communicating and being transparency, because I feel like a lot of
What about
times.
your kids? Do you say your kids ain't the business either?
I feel like a lot of times, like, imagine if he would have went and did that and gave $4,000 to his baby mama and she ain't did nothing, and it's like you're gonna be like, hold on, like, I mean, and I just feel like no, it's like everything. Wait, say it again.
Oh, that wasn't the case though, because the baby daddy did, do for the kids.
Well, I didn't know. I don't know if we got
baby
that.
daddy's job to do for the kid.
Yeah. But
your taxes are based off of your doings for your child and your earned income credit, right? So the kid being shared through the parents is a great thing. I think if that's how you set it up, that's a wonderful thing. If you have a partner that you live with, it's all respect to show where your finances are, because and please don't take offense to this as a woman, but I know a lot of women feel that they can have nest eggs, they can have secret money or get out money. We had this conversation a while back on a podcast where they have their control of their money, but they need to know where all the men's money is going because he's the breadwinner, he's the provider, so I think it would be a totally different outcome. And I'm not just saying what you said, but in general, the whole thing would be different if that man was sending his baby mom money and you didn't know. I think you probably would have moved out. Not you, but a woman would probably move out if she find out her nigga that she lived with, her man, boyfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call it, that she lives with, that she's sharing bills with and sharing her life with, is funding another person's household, and the kids live with y'all. Because it said in the thing that the kids live with them. Mm-hmm. He does for them because he's supposed to buy them shoes and clothes and whatever. But if that nigga was sending his other chick some money, not his other chick, but his baby mama some money over there, and y'all got the kids that you helping raise in your house, I think you feel some type of way about y'all money going outside the house, because it'd be y'all money.
You know what? I don't really necessarily agree with that, because like even in the case like with my ex-husband, his money was his money, my money was my money. We had our joint money, and then we had our individual money. What he did with his money over here, I didn't ask, I didn't care. And the same, what I do with my money right here, he didn't ask and he didn't care.
But if it went to a woman, like if you found it went to a woman, you wouldn't care. I can see if you bought some shoes or some golf clubs. But sending money to his baby mama that's not in your house with that.
It's an echo now. Oh, for some reason, it's an echo.
The mother of his children.
It wasn't before, but it is.
And we don't. How long have they had this arrangement?
Yeah, but I don't know. He might just say I'm broke. He might be like, "Hey man, I'm broke. Can you send me some of that money?" Like, I got my taxes.
Hey, y'all cut me off of my response, but let me just. I just want to say this real quick. I just feel like everything should be talked about at the beginning. If you know you have a setup like that, then I feel like it's only out of respect. You should let them know, hey, I know my kids don't live here, but we kind of got this breakdown where he does a little bit more maybe than he's asked to or something like that. And then so we have this thing to rearrange it. And it just works for us. And I'm just letting you know so you will know when I get that back. Just out of respect, do you have to know? But is it a common courtesy or something, or just to be transparent? I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I also feel like if y'all had that set up. But my thing is, if this kids live here primarily, that income it coming to this household. That's what I just feel that way. So
my fault for it. Go ahead.
Also, it's like, it's all about the dynamic of y'all relationship, because I feel like, okay, if we're dating and we're living together, shouldn't it be like preparation for marriage? Like you should be progressing towards that state. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It shouldn't, and because if not, then it's like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at dating. I'm always thinking, like, I was always looking at like, okay, is this the potential to be the future, or are we just dating for the moment, or what? Because if not, that's just me. And so what, and I only can go off my experience, but also, when I knew my wife, like she was the one, was like, we were dating, and she had got she was in a transitional housing, and like in that where you would get money back. And so I had a car that, and so what she did was she got that money back, and she was like, "Here, pay off your car," just like that. I was like, "What? Like, who does this?" And this is why we're dating. I said, "You know what? This is the one right here." So, and ever since then, it was like, if I got it, she got it. You know what I'm saying? Both of us. Like it was times when we were struggling. Like we had just had my first son. We were struggling, and so it was like my money would go towards all the bills, and then she'll get paid like behind me, and she'll give me half her checks. Like when you paid all the bills, here go half. I was like, man, you know what? This gonna work. This marriage, we gonna make it happen. You know, so I just think, you know, it's about the dynamic of the relationship and what y'all trying to build towards. And I know, you know, number one thing for men is respect. It's like, okay, this the household, like what, just communication. And it could be okay, you know, that she did that, but it's like the man, like, well, I don't know about it though. Just let me know. It's like what's going on, because then it seems like, because see, with money, it's like, is it something more to this? You know what I'm saying? Do I have to start thinking, are y'all talking? Are y'all doing a little bit more than talk? Are y'all still sleeping together? You know, you start thinking as men, we think like that. Like, okay, because when money involved, it's like, hey, money is power. You know what I'm saying? Money is like, okay, well, what's going on for you to give somebody? I know that's your baby daddy and them, but come on, and I don't know nothing about it. So that would be the mindset. Kind of like, so you know, it's just like, just let me know, all open lines of communication, you know, so that, you know, I have an understanding of what's going on, because maybe they discussed it a little bit and he was thinking, okay, you know what, in the back of his mind, okay, so we're gonna have this, and then he come to find out you didn't give half away, and it's like, well, you didn't tell me, like, oh, you know, so
$12,000, man.
Yeah.
Because why not tell me? I mean, and then maybe I want to go give my baby mama some money now. Shit, you know what I mean? Since everybody gives money.
I feel, look, this if we in a household and we doing things together in the household, married or not, that's when it's my business. It don't have to be a whole detailed thing, but still let me know. Let me know what you're doing if that's the case. Like that's $4,000.
Yeah. So Kiana, you lost. We all agree with each other.
No, that's because all men. I don't care.
No, we just think logical and right.
Oh, I'm illogical. No.
You emotional.
You said what a business is this here? It's like what? That's how you get socked in the back of your head.
Maybe because for me, I mean, I go to work and I'll be working hard, so I'm not about.
No, I get what you're saying. Like if you in a household,
line trying to see how much you make. What you say? You got this right here.
I get what you're saying. Like even if you're not married and y'all in a household, as long as everything is taken care of, it's like, why are you even worried about it? I get that part, but
I don't agree with the sneakiness of it all.
Yeah.
You know, and I do agree that that is a conversation that should have been had. But I'm not going to get your permission to do it. I'm going to let you know, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is what we discussed, and this is what it is.
That's how we expect.
So let me ask you this: what if he say, "I don't want you to do that," and if you do that, because I didn't pour so much into this household, and I give my all to this. I'm giving my every last dollar to this, and I don't have a lot for me. I'm doing for you, your kids,
and I'm also
I'm thinking about myself. Hold on. If you do that, I don't want to be with you no more because I feel like you putting other people ahead of us.
Okay, that's a fair statement. That would be something that I would have to consider, but I mean, I don't know. That's something I would have to consider.
I like that how Trump came off.
If we're struggling, I'm not going to be giving up that kind of money anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, but if y'all had that agreement, you would have to. But I mean,
no. Right? Well, hopefully, old boy would understand.
Agreement. If I know we're barely.
Oh boy, ain't gonna understand shit. He like, we agreed.
No,
but I feel it.
I'm not gonna make that agreement.
So why make it agree if you don't have to? Why make it at all then?
We don't know the context of why.
Hold on. No, you said if we broke and we not doing good, I won't make that agreement. Why make that agreement at all if you don't have to?
Just to be fair.
All right, on to the next.
All right. We had a standstill.
I ain't fucking with her no more. I'm
not giving you my tax return.
Let me tell you something. You get that tax return, you get that nigga 50 cents. I'm sliding. Okay.
I'm gonna return your ass to where I
Cause me and him gonna share that money. I'll be like, nah, I'll play and run that back.
That's me. That's 4,000 to myself. Bye.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's another point of view. No, but yeah, that's a touchy one right there, man. Because when it comes with money, it's such a conversation piece for a couple because there's so many different reasons that could have been handed over, and leaving that up in the air like that is bad for your relationship because if you don't have that kind of understanding to just have it out there and it's like, oh, we don't need to discuss it. One of y'all want to discuss that shit. I would guarantee you somebody wanted to discuss it.
Now I'm calling him talking about, hey, Playboy, you're going to have to sell that money back.
Yeah. So why should you send you our money?
I'm looking for him. I'm on the phone. Me and him about to get into it because I'm like, I need all that back. You know what I mean? So,
like, she didn't tell me she was sending you our money. Playboy.
All right, just hey, I'm out of here. I got to do something right now, so I'll hit y'all later on.
All right, Brody. All right.
All right, boss.
Okay, so if a friend gives you $100, Keisha sent me this because she be stealing. So she said if a friend gives you $100,
shit. Don't be lying.
She said if she be having these little scenarios. This was on
just like that. Let me say something about that before you get into that next one. But that's what I was saying. Money, changes people and make people act a certain way. But like I agree with the guy that just last spoke. About. When you living together, that's the thing. But even if you're not married, that should be like the ideal goal. If you're trying to be in a relationship with a person, I think conversation is important and, communication about whatever you're doing because you are living together. So I would hope that would be the ultimate goal of trying to grow to be that. So it's just a lack of communication. But ultimately, you can't have that, like the mindset, like she was saying, like, oh, my money is my money. And that's why a lot of us are, in these type of situations because the mindset versus if you're trying to build with a person is like, it's a us versus a yours versus mine. It's like, what are we doing if we living together? That's just my opinion. But go ahead to the next one.
What kind of situations? Single? You got hot, man. Y'all just got hot on me with this money talk.
Because I told you, that's why I be joking about the money situation, but it's for real because money does change people. That's why I actually like about, the lottery shit. Like, okay, if hypothetical shits because this type of stuff has happened to people in real life and then it tear people apart or you taking your friend or somebody to court for some situations and stuff that you never thought you would be in because of money. So it
be
plays
feeling
a big
like
factor.
y'all women be ended up in these situations. Man, we get money, it's going into the household. Y'all the ones we want to share the wealth with everybody and their mama and stuff like that. We selfish. We put it into the household. Not all women, some women. But all right, let's ask this question. If a friend gives you $100 to gamble and you win $50,000, how much are you giving the friend? Alan, let's go on. Let's go on.
I'm mad he started grinning like that.
He on his Jordan stuff.
He said, "You said he gave me 100, right?" No.
See, there you
go. Man, that's I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. Probably give him like 5.
5 what?
Yeah, what? 500.
5. It's about 500. Damn, that's cold.
I probably get like 5. If you ever come to Vegas and hit, I already know you got money though. But if I give you $100, you give me 5.
It's over. Yeah, friendship over, dog.
We're gonna be Kendrick and Drake.
You gotta give me at least 10 G's, dog.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna give you 100% return. I'm gonna give you at least 10.
I'll say 5 or 10. 5 or 10,000, man.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's a big difference, 5 or 10. Like,
5 or 10. That's cool.
5 or 10. It's dollars, nigga. This ain't dollars.
I can do 10. 10 is 100% return. 100% return. That's cool.
Because I don't even think it's about that. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm just saying, like, okay, so you get that. Yeah. I'll probably get like 10. I'll probably get 10. 10 out of 50. Yeah,
hey, look how I'm looking at you.
So what if you had the 100? You just
he got that Suge Knight look. He got that Suge Knight look. You looking like, man.
Right.
So what if? What if you just had? So what if you just had your wallet? You didn't have. You got the money, but you're like, hey, my wallet upstairs. Just from that. Okay.
You said 5,000. Oh, $1,000. Oh, God.
All right.
Damn, I thought definitely of you. my hand to the man on both my kids' life. Or I hate to say something like that, but I mean it. I would give them half. And the reason why
I was thinking like that too.
I sincerely mean that. The reason why is that $100 turned into $25,000 for me.
Cause
I wouldn't get.
I try to wait till the end.
I'm trying to find
Come on.
He could hold it in.
As much
I'm trying to wait.
You don't think I get no half? I wouldn't give you half.
Hell nah, dude.
Come on, man. You remember? Listen. Let me backtrack something.
I believe you give Weiss half.
Check this out. This nigga Weiss and his wife. I went out on a date with this girl. Well, we went on a double date. I was with Weiss and his wife. We was all kids back then, though. I just happened to be the broke kid. I had like $8 on me that day. You know, we was like, I was like 19 or something like that. I don't know, but we was young. So we in Weiss' car. We was in the Beamer, I think, or the Pujo. I don't know. Who knows? But
golly, left it like it was
back in the day. Everything. But I'm with them, and we went somewhere. We went to the beach. We did something, I don't know. And then we're like, oh, we're gonna go get something to eat. So we go get something to eat. I know I'm broke. He didn't know. But then on our way there, I gave him that, you know the homies got looks. I'm like, nigga, I ain't got no money. I'm broke. And he like, don't trip. So when we pull up to get the food, he like, hey, what y'all want? It's on me. Don't even trip. I got like he just did it so I wouldn't have to say, hey man, or whatever. So I played this move and got a big. I remember some pastrami chili cheese fries and a big ass soda with 2 straws, right? And she didn't know I was broke. I probably didn't even have $8. I probably less than that. But anyway. Him and his wife knew I was broke, right? And I knew I was broke, but the girl didn't. They never said anything. We never played it. When we said it 8, and we sitting there eating or whatever. The next time I saw the girl, she's like, "Bro, that was the best date I ever been on in my life." This is as adults later in life. I bumped her. She's like, "Oh my God, I remember we went out on a date night." She was like, "That was like the sweetest best thing." But anyway, my point was, a nigga like that, I would give him that half because he gonna bless me to be blessed. You know what I'm saying? So. If I got 50K off of it, the money don't mean as much to me as showing them my appreciation. You know what I mean? A friend like that. Now, it's other niggas that I might not be so grateful to. But if it's somebody in my circle, I would be because they're not going to be in my circle if I don't fuck with them like that anyway. So, like, if it was one of you know what I'm saying? Like, Jackson, they didn't give me $100. You give me $100, you're getting half. Whatever I win, you're getting half. If I win $1 million, you just became a 500,000 there. That's just how it should be, I feel, because he only gave me $100. But he gave recorded. Yeah, if y'all come to Vegas, we hit this. So the Birdman got
and you see Exhibit A, you're
He said he gonna send him to court. Let's go. Hey, he said, I'm gonna keep this video.
Look, Marcus Bird said this on the podcast. Because the thing about it is the $100 won the 50,000. It ain't a percentage won it. The $100 won the 50,000. So technically, what he loaned me won that. So I mean, technically, that's
Trying gonna come out there and just start giving you money. Just
he gonna tell me, hey, put this on black for me.
Right.
Nah, but for real, man. I mean, I think that's the only way to do it though, because I think anything less than half. Not that it would be an insult, because it wouldn't be. If you gave somebody $500 off 100, especially because they might even not know how much you won, but you do. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's about that for me. You know how much you won, so
but don't let me know though. I'll give you. I ain't gonna lie. My initial thought was like half, because that's just the type of person I am. My wife then talked me off the fence. Was like, I'm giving 10,000. I'm like, man, she's like 10 is good. I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. So
about the wife.
So if you give me 100, right, and I come back and I give you 10, and I don't even tell you, you just like, look, I'm like, bro, here's 10 right here, and then you just have to know, and I say I got 50. You gonna be mad at the 10?
I mean, you ain't gonna be mad, but you're gonna be thinking like, man, because look, for you to give me 10, I know you hit for something. You at least hit 20 plus to give me 10.
But you gonna be mad at the 10 though?
Nah, I ain't gonna be mad at 10.
Can't get mad at nothing, yeah.
I can't get mad at a 10, but it's hey,
Exactly.
Kiana, let's go because we skipped Kiana. Hold on. Kiana,
yeah, I want to hear what this motherfucker got to say.
It ain't your business. It ain't your business. Are we married though? That's what she Wait,
she said 17. She came over 7. How you come over 17?
Where the fuck you get an odd number at?
You gotta calculate your 25% tax liability. You gotta pay tax on that $50,000.
Dang, she ain't lying though.
No, that depends. If you win it on the table game, there is no taxes. But if you win it on a machine,
you cash in.
Not in Vegas. If you win on a machine, you gotta pay taxes. Yeah.
But listen, I got a situation.
17.
You really?
But listen, I had
you a devious motherfucker. You know the tax and everything.
You mean to tell me I'm gonna have to pay 12? So I'm gonna give you 25,000, right? I'm gonna keep 25,000.
That's
but
more
now
than 10.
I gotta pay 12,500 or whatever that 27% is. So now I'm coming out with $10,000.
Oh, okay. So you're saying after the taxes and then you
yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You was like, fuck that nigga getting 1735.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense though. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense like a motherfucker. Yeah.
But listen, let me tell y'all about a situation I had. I had a situation where, cause me and my little circle, we used to play poker a lot, and so I had it to where I could front. You know what I'm saying? I just had it like that at the time, so I would front. But the situation was this, because I made it like a business situation because people really play professionally poker, right? So I was like, listen, if I front you and you lose, it's on me. But if you win, you got to give me half. That was the deal, right? So I had a situation that came up where somebody won. They won a jackpot, okay? And so they didn't want to give me. They broke the deal. They didn't want to give me half, and I fronted them. And we were supposed to be friends tight. Like I'm like, dude, so you gonna let this money back? Like, to me, he was like, well, you didn't, he tried to make an excuse like, oh, this is a jackpot, is different. I'm like, no, it's business. I fronted you. I don't care what you want, a jackpot or you want it yourself. Half is mine because I fronted you. That's the deal. You know what I'm saying?
Was this recent or was this at 7?
No, this was a while. This was years ago.
Was that 7?
Look.
Oh yeah, was I at 7? No, you know what? I wasn't even at 7 at the time. I was out here.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't amongst some folk I played at 7 with. It was out here though. But yeah, that's business though.
I had to get back to her for her numbers. So minus 5% at 50,000.
No, not 5%. No. It's 25. It's either 25 or 27%. Yes. Look it up.
On what? I was trying to calculate the money, but go ahead.
Because it's federal income tax, right? It's federal.
They only have state here.
Okay.
But they only have
let's hurry up.
No, it's only federal, right? It's no state in Vegas, right?
Right.
So what you would do for real? How much you giving?
Like I said, my initial was like half. But my wife talked me off the fence. Was like, nah, 10 is good. But I was in agreement with Bird. I was like, my initial was like, I feel like if I didn't have nothing, right, and you say, here go 100, man, just play, and I hit, I'm like half. That's my initial. That's what's in my heart. So I probably would do half because that's what my first mind and thinking is like, man, just hey, here you go. Shoot, you help me out. I didn't have nothing,
Right.
So yeah.
Okay, Keisha.
Well, who's to say you didn't have nothing if the person just give you money to just go get? I'm just saying, because I got cousins that just be like, just go have this or whatever. Okay, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go have fun. So I think it'd be at my discretion. But if I had nothing in that scenario, yeah, I would probably do have just on, trying to like, okay, if it wasn't.
How much would you do?
If I had nothing, I would do half. If I had money and you just gave me some money, Right.
That's stay in line.
I'm saying people and shit like
wow, about 10. I'll probably give you 10.
I would have had my own money anyway.
But look, if I got my money, I'm gonna use my money, so I ain't got to give nobody nothing.
Right, I'll give you your $100 back. I didn't even use your shit. You wouldn't know. You How would you know? How would you know? As they say, how would you know?
Okay, yeah, I told y'all she was scandalous. That's all she was saying. But anyway, yeah, I think if you give me $100, I'm gonna give you half if I hit off that. Because for me, my loyalty is everything. Money is not everything. I want us both up. Because I know we both broke. You gave me that money. I hit, we hit. You know what I mean? So
yes, sir.
Hey, can I say something? Because then I say that the person was broke. It just said if they gave you $100. It didn't say
it don't matter.
broke
It
or
really
that's
don't
all the
matter.
money you had.
To me, that don't matter
y'all
though.
trying to put scenarios and stipulations on it.
No, because I think from a man's perspective, if I got my own money, I'm not using your money. I'm gonna use my money. So I would have to be broke to take $100 from you if we at the casino.
Back your money, you go your $100 back. If I was
nah.
I'm never going gambling with you, and I'm not.
Nah, because I mean, I'm not gonna. You know, if I'm in Vegas and me and my partners, you know, and I didn't just I tapped out. You know, I'm like I didn't gamble out. I'm broke, and they still at it like, man, here go 100. If I hit, I'm gonna break them off half. Because it's like
okay. So you
know,
got,
if I have my own money, it's different.
You got a homie that's up, and they just handing out. Everybody just giving out $100. Here go $100, $200.
That's not the scenario. That's not the scenario.
Oh no, y'all putting scenarios and stipulations. Somebody if y'all was broke, so that wasn't.
That was the scenario. He gave you $100. But look, hold on, real quick.
It said no. If your person gives you $100 and you win, it didn't say because you're broke. Yeah, y'all putting that because you broke on there.
Why are you giving me 100 just because?
But look,
that's the point that I'm making. It doesn't say y'all put that stipulation on there saying if I'm broke.
If he gave it to you and you won off of it. But listen, my little brother, and I hope this nigga watching, and this on everything. I'm still holding a grudge on this nigga. This nigga came out here to Vegas like he do all the time. The nigga was out here and he was like, "Damn, bro, let me hold." I think he said $200. He was like, "Let me hold." And this my hand to God. I'm not making this up. My little brother, I should have put his name out there. Because I still want to fight him or bite him. But the nigga came out here, he had his money played or whatever. Then he was like, damn, bro, let me hold 200 till I get to the house and I'm going to sell it back to you. He was like, because I didn't bring a lot of cash because I didn't want to spend too much money. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I gave the nigga, I want to say it was $200. So I give him the $200. He gone, he do his thing, whatever. So the nigga like, hey, bro, we about to head out back to LA. So I'm like, all right, I'll see you later. He like, I'm gonna send that to you. So the nigga's still here in Vegas. I know for a fact he wasn't going yet. The nigga sent me the $200 back. That's all he sent me. I didn't think that never. I get it. So the nigga get home, or he get to the state line, and the nigga send me a picture. I wish I still had the picture. He sent me a picture with 2 stacks of money with a 5,000, and then some broken hundreds on another one. So I'm like, oh shit, bro, we hit. And he said, nah. I won this after I paid you back. And I said, what? I swear to God on my kids. Yeah, that nigga.
Now that makes sense. So he won some. He won off of your money.
So he
put
said,
your 200 to the side.
I just doubled your money, gave you your money back, and then I won on the way home. I said, man, that's some bullshit, cuz like you were still in Vegas, so you won while you were here. You just sent me my 200 back, but you still won. Then he's like, nah, I won when I was there. Then we stopped at the state line. And he played Baccarat or some shit, some like weird card game. And the nigga won like 17 bands. It was like 12 or 17 bands total. And the nigga had the nerve to tell me it wasn't off of my money. And I'm like, bro, you do understand you had no money. I gave you $200. I loaned you $200. Whatever you won, if you won $50 over that 200 and then that 50 turned into 17,000, it's still off the 200 I gave you. This nigga told me I had already sent you your money back before I won the money, so it don't count. I think because
I just think in that situation, that's kind of tricky. Technically, he right. I
think you're right.
But you know why he ain't right? The nigga won the money while he was still here with the money I gave him, and he sent it to me so he could say, "Oh, I sent it to you." Then I mysteriously won all this money later. So how much money did you win off the 200?
You just don't believe him.
50 to win 17.
Now, if it didn't happen how he said it happened, yeah, he wrong. But if it happened how he said it happened,
that's my mama's
but
son.
I'll say this. If you guys are in a setting of gambling, like, and I'm there, we at the casino, whatever, and you like, can I get $100? And then I give you the 100 and you go hit. Then yeah, I feel like it's only right for you to do that. Now, if I give you, if you need some money, say you borrow $100 from me and you go and like not at the casino and you just take some money and then you end up going to go play the lotto and hit the ticket, how can I? That's not my money. You know what I mean? I feel like certain scenarios matter. You know what I mean? If we in a gambling setting, I give you the amount of money to go gamble, then I feel like it will be only right to kind of to shoot me something and I'll shoot you something. But if I give you money and I don't know what you about to go do with it and you hit, yeah, I the kindness of my heart, yeah, but you're not obligated to do nothing because I didn't know what you was going to go do. And we're not in no casino or nothing like that, in no gambling situation. Even if you be like, hey, I'm about to go play this lotto, give me $1 and you go hit, then I feel like that's all right. You should look out for me. I ain't saying give me half, but you should look out. You know what I mean? So I think everything is circumstantial with that. You know what I mean? Me. Oh no, you know what I mean? But yeah, okay. Let's move it along, man. Okay, we running out of time. I knew we were gonna get through all of them, but I'm gonna tap into this. Gilbert Arenas proposed with a $400,000 ring, broke up a week later, then got back with her so he could swap the ring out. City Boys is up, apparently. That's what they saying. I mean, so my question for y'all is, ladies, would you give the ring back?
I would.
You would get a ring back.
Should I have in the past? So I'll get it back.
And it's the law.
Wait, is it? Hold on.
It is.
It's the law.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
What's the law? Explain that. What you mean by
So
that?
if an engagement ring is not yours. An engagement ring is just that. It's a promise, right? So if we don't go, if we don't go through with it, then the ring is not yours. I watched Judge Judy. That's what Judge Judy.
Because it is a legal obligation, like you're legally saying, "Hey, I'm about to get married to you." But I didn't know it was you could sue for that or something like that. Okay, you would get a ring back. So Keisha, you too, you would get a ring back.
I gave them back. You know, the last one I didn't give back because it was under certain circumstances that I said I wasn't giving it back. So we was fine with that. But I've given one back before. Yeah.
What circumstances?
None of you.
Right. Thank you. You trying to have me out here? It's circumstantial. Circumstantial. So, like, if I said, "Oh, well, if you do this, then you're not getting this shit back," or whatever. If you fuck up, whatever the reasons is, you know, that I gave. But yeah, it was circumstantial.
Wait.
Oh God.
Wait. So you just get to say, if you do this, then I'm not giving your ring back.
Yeah, you basically
fucked up.
That ain't about the law. It's about our agreement. And if you was agreeing to it, then what can you say?
Why would you still want the ring, though? Do you still got the ring?
That's none of your business either.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question though. Why would you still want the ring?
It's not about still wanting it. It's like, oh, I don't know. I don't want it. I don't. It's just it was a reminder for a while, but I don't have it. I don't still have it. No, today, no, I don't have it.
So you didn't want it.
But when I first kept it, I kept it for a minute. You know, just like okay, not knowing if it was going, you know, whatever. But of course, if we had got back together at the time, it was like, you're going to have to come with another one, bigger, better, whatever the case may be. But that didn't wind up happening. And then, you know, I just traded it out and got some different jewelry. That's all.
You traded it out. Okay.
Yeah, something else.
So why? Okay. All right. So fellas, would you want the ring back after you propose?
Yep. If it happened like that, you propose.
For real, got back up.
Yeah, I'm back on.
We break up a week.
Look
later. Yeah, I want my shit back.
Yeah. Even if you caused the relationship to fail, like you would still want it back, or you wouldn't care. Either way,
well,
I see.
that was a $400,000 ring. So yeah, I want my shit back.
Yeah,
but like,
Oh,
this
well, yeah,
how I
with
view
that
it.
one, that's a different
I
experience.
view it like this: if I break it off, she can keep it. If she break it off, she should give it back. That's how I look at it. My wife
But
said
if
it
you
don't matter.
fucked
You can
up
have
to
it either
break
way.
it off, yeah.
No,
But
we
if
better
you
make
fucked
this
it up,
work. We better make this work, girl. It's $400,000, girl. I ain't breaking
I'm just
shit
saying,
off.
like, if she break it off, I think she should get a ring back. You broke the engagement. Why keep the ring? You know?
Right.
If I break it off, you can keep the ring. That's your token. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with you. You can keep the ring. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna break it
I'm
off and be like, give
T.I.
my
with the
ring back.
necklace. Like, give me that. Give me
Give me
that.
my stuff back. Give me everything back. Like, nah, I gave that to you. And hey, I know it. I know you. She my wife.
Number one, I'm not spending that much on no. I don't care how much money I got. I'm not spending that much on no damn ring. No.
Nah, 400,000. Nah.
No.
Well, he was rich at the
Was
time.
it
I don't
NBA
care how
player?
much money I got.
Yeah, me
I'm not
neither. But
doing
I'm
that.
just saying. Yeah. Yeah, Bird. Oh, you get the.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna need that back. No, I'm just kidding. No, I feel like the ring is contingent on our connection. If we together, if I give you a ring and I cheat on you, you shouldn't have to give me back the ring because I broke the connection on what was going on or whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like you're not obligated to give nothing back. But if I give you decide you don't want to marry me, or if we married and you cheat or do something, run that ring back because that ring has a significance to being with me. You know what I'm saying? Or being together. That's all it was for. So you should give it back because if you don't want to be in a marriage, you shouldn't have what bonded you to him because that's what the ring is. So give it back.
And what if it's not cheating? What if it's just she just don't want to be with me no more?
Marriage no more. She should give back the ring. If just like if he don't want to be in a marriage, he bought the ring for her to be with him. If he don't want to be in it, if he want to walk, let him walk. But she shouldn't have to give it back. But if she wants to walk, she should get that ring back.
That's how I feel. That's the sentiment. Yep.
I got mine back. It has some nice jewelry out of it. But anyway, I'm just saying.
My wife different. She called. She look. I for our 10-year anniversary, I bought her, upgraded her ring. It came up to about like 10 grand. She was like, look, she didn't want to take it because of that. I'm like, look, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's okay. She funny like that. I told her the situation was a $400,000 ring. She like, nah, wait a minute. We could do something else with this money. Don't spend no money on that type of ring. I'm like, but he got it. She like, nah.
Right.
That's a waste of money for her.
Okay, let's touch on this, man. A woman says her husband died and his friends tried to talk to her. Were they wrong? So I guess her husband died. She says she picked out the pallbearers. I'll play the video real quick so you guys can get a little context on it.
Something else that's never talked about is how the men of the friend of your spouse is the one who tries to holler at you when that man dies. When my late husband died, one of the pallbearers that I handpicked myself because my husband kept saying how close him and this person was, one of them tried to talk to me. One of the homeboys out of the military tried to talk to me. It was the craziest thing ever. Like, I didn't even know stuff like that was real. Like, my mom used to tell me stories and stuff like that, but I didn't even know something like that could happen to me. So this why I be daring people to play with me. I still got the receipts. He texted me one day just to check. It was the same messages he always sent. Hello, just checking in on you in London. I'm like, yeah, we good. I'm just leaving therapy. I'm feeling better, kind of getting back to myself now. He's like, well, I'm glad to hear that. Y'all know something else that's never talked about?
Okay, I ain't got to play the whole thing, but some people in the comments saying I don't see nothing wrong with that. Some people like, nah, that's out. So my question for you guys is, are they wrong? We're trying to talk to them.
I can't do nothing about it, but yeah, that's out of pocket.
That's different.
Bert,
you listening?
Yeah, my cousin had just pulled up real quick, but me personally, I feel like, if I deal with you, if I'm with someone and you're in my circle, you're a friend of mine or whatever, and I'm dealing with someone, and me and that person no longer deal with each other. That person should be off limits to anybody that was in my circle that knew us together. Now, because we had this conversation similar to on another part of the podcast. a different time. So if this is my ex, she should be off limits to my niggas. You know what I'm saying? But if she met someone that I just know, but I wasn't necessarily cool with, friends or whatever, that's different. But if this nigga's a pallbearer at my funeral, he know me and my wife well enough to know that should be off limits. That should just be
I wish you wouldn't trust me so much.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's some crazy shit. But that's what happened all the time. But all right, because I feel like it's it's a thing where people are so eagerly waiting in the shadows for shit like that to happen. And that's how I would feel. I'd be trying to hunt him. I'd be like, guys, send me down there so I could be and go get him. I don't think it's right. I feel like it's so many women on the planet. Why go after one that you know this nigga was with, that you was there watching him with? You know what I'm saying? That's just foul to me. I mean, I don't feel like that could be a real friend that would do that in that dynamic, especially a wife, you know?
Would you guys be mad at the wife for doing that?
If she went through it, hell yeah, because she should know better too. Because if I called this nigga over my house as one of my brothers, one of my partners, and he used to come over and watch football with me, or him and his girlfriend used to go out on double dates with us and triple dates with us and all that, and then that happened. But if that was your wife, husband or wife, then yeah. But if it was just somebody around that I just knew or seen, then no, it wouldn't be no big deal. But them niggas wouldn't be pallbearers at your funeral either, though. You know what I mean? So I think that's why it's significant, because those are positions you put people in that you hold value to. So she should never look at somebody that I held value to like that, unless she was trying to be deceitful intentionally. You know what I'm saying? Or he.
Okay. Kiana?
I think it's disrespectful to the friendship, the relationship, everything. No, I don't agree with it at all. And then it just makes me wonder, he's sending text messages, checking in. Was he just like setting her up the whole time just to, swim in for the kill? Like, I don't like it.
Probably kill cuz. I'm just saying. But...
Right.
Damn, you stupid.
Hey, you know what? That was a Tubi movie. I saw a Tubi movie like that.
Oh my God.
Seeing the twist, I just.
Hey, what if it's a situation? Oh, go ahead. I'm back.
Keisha.
Ah, shit.
Keisha.
Yeah, so I was trying to get it off mute. I don't agree either. That's like, it's people that really do stuff like that. I say I've been in a similar situation. Of course, his father is not passed, but when we broke up, he had a friend that did some shady stuff like that, like popped up, unannounced, and I was just checking on you and the kids. And it's like, does he know you came by? Like, we good, I told him, and it went left from there. But at the end of the day, that type of stuff is not cool. And there's people that really be out here like that. Like, yeah, it's not cool. I wouldn't do nothing like that. Like, if I, that's just out of bounds.
Okay. For real?
Yeah, I think like, that can be out of pocket, but let's throw a little curve. But what if it was a situation where like you had a friend, or you even like your wife's friend, and y'all both was grieving, and over the years y'all develop a friendship, and then kind of liking each other? Would that be wrong?
I mean, that's kind of a different scenario. I think.
But that's why I'm throwing a little different scenario than just immediately in somebody's inbox.
That calls for a different outcome. You know what I mean? But I mean, realistically, over that type of time, and you said they're both grieving for the same person or their own spouses, like they both lost their spouse.
Well, I'm saying, say it was a good friend or a best friend, even a best friend. You know what I'm saying? But y'all both grieving. And then y'all kind of developed a keen for each other over like a period of time, maybe some years, and y'all just kind of realized like, damn, we kind of feeling each other. Would that be wrong? That's what I'm saying. I'm just throwing a little bit, because I think if you do it right after the funeral or just kind of like shooting your shot just because you just trying to do it, that's wrong. But I'm saying, what if it was a situation where it's like, okay, it could be either your wife's good friend or your husband's good friend, but it was really genuine. Y'all both was really just checking and grieving. And through the years, it's like y'all kind of developed.
Nigga, that y'all.
I'm just saying. No, I'm saying y'all both was grieving, but through that, y'all kind of got close. You know what I'm saying?
No, you
and
like they were a
I'm just
support system for each other, and at some point they wind up getting a body.
I get what
that's all I'm saying. No, I mean, hear me out. I'm not trying to be. I'm just throwing a situation like y'all both was
He's
grieving,
playing
but y'all
devil's advocate
healthy.
like Tron.
Yeah, y'all helped each other through it.
That's
You
the
know what I'm
same
saying?
scenario.
But
He just flipped it a little bit, but it's the same.
It's the same. It's kind of the same
Yeah,
thing, but it's
wow.
like it's a more of a subtle, mature way. Like nobody was trying to just
It's a
shoot a shot. I'm trying to smash his wife or her husband. It was like y'all grieved, but y'all kind of got close, and it was just like over a couple of years, and y'all finally like kind of realized like, man, we kind of feel each
I
other. Is
just
that
didn't have enough
wrong?
room in this question. I didn't have enough space to write all that, but it's still.
Yeah, I get you. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying I'm asking the panel. What do y'all think that still would be wrong? No, like you know what I'm saying?
The dynamic is that was your best friend that died, or your close one, or the wife, or however it go.
Yeah, either vice versa. Close friend, best friend. That was the situation. Yeah.
Even down the line, it's still wrong because
it's wrong.
Your whole meeting and coming together was because of that person and the friendship that you had with that person and their wife or their husband and wife, whatever. So the idea that would become a thing later down the line, it's enough people on the planet where you can check that shit within yourself and keep your distance. I mean, I feel like that would be
kids too.
The right thing to do.
Yeah,
But
and it wasn't a bad. It was a death. It was
because you can't be uncle and then daddy. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up.
It was
all these years, now you like this is your new dad. Like really? Smoke.
You got a dunk on, nigga.
You should have dunked her. Hey, but why kids gotta be involved? Ain't nobody gotta have no kids. You know, y'all older now.
They had kids. They had 8 kids. No, I'm kidding.
Moving along, that situation with the lady and the whole little thing with the eclipse made me think about this. But how do you guys? I just didn't get to it. But how do you guys feel about people that use crystal and sage and things like that? What are your thoughts on the whole thing?
You talking about the like holistic people?
Just no, it don't necessarily have to be. A lot of people do use these things.
Half of them motherfuckers don't even know what they mean. They just somebody told them, "Girl, clean your house, get some sage." But
the crystal thing is big in the black.
The
not
crystals
with the community. Period. Yeah.
The crystals are supposed to be for the energy. The sage is supposed to help cleanse the crystals. I'm not sure. I don't really know, but I really didn't do no deep studies on that, so I really don't know. But I don't know how that helps.
I came up in a world before woke people. So before woke people, we prayed and we put anointing oil in areas in our house, and we prayed over the house and the threshold and things like that. People with the sage and all that, I've never studied into it and looked into it, but I heard that it wasn't demonic or evil. However, I did hear from people who do it and use it. They say that people that don't understand what it really means are actually inviting spirits in as opposed to what they think is putting spirits out.
Yeah, sometimes
you have to invite them in order to conjure them out.
Yeah.
So
I concur.
people
Yeah.
are doing things the wrong way because they're ill-informed and they're kind of just following what they hear from people and all that, and they're actually inviting spirits in their house by saging their house as opposed to cleaning their house. So I mean, but like I said, hearsay, I don't know. I grew up Christian. We didn't have no sage, none of that.
That was in the Bible, but I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But see, in the Bible speaks like things from like Baton Rouge and Louisiana and all that, where they did have voodoo, and it wasn't demonic.
Witchcraft. Yeah,
it was actually a cleansing type of person. But
they didn't have Louisiana in the Bible.
No, I didn't say that.
No, he didn't mean it like that. But.
No, I said
He kind of ran it together. He kind of ran the sentence together.
No. They said,
brother, I got you. He kind of ran it. He kind of ran the sentence together. I'm with it.
No, I'm saying those type of things where it came from. But you silly, cuz. But they said that was not the Bible. But no, people were ill-informed on what those traditions really were for and how they were rightly used. So they end up doing things the wrong way, trying to be like other people, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So if you're gonna do some stuff like that, you got to know what you're doing, because anytime you're dealing with spirits, even with biblical things, even when praying, you're trying to pray over people. You know, when you don't interact with spirits the right way, you can conjure up some shit that you get off of you. You know what I'm saying? Because all that shit is real, and you can't believe in the good part without the bad part. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be mindful of all that stuff. So like saging and even crystal and all that, I've never even looked into it or heard about it or nothing. My grandparents, great grandparents, I've never heard them mention it, never seen it, and they were from down south. My great granny was from Alabama. My grandma was from Texas, and other people in those back areas too. So it's hard really to say on my end because I don't know nothing about it. Just pray to Jesus. Okay.
Hallelujah. Okay. Keon.
Okay.
I don't know much about it. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. Crystals and saging, all that. So I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it.
Yeah. Okay. Keisha? Yeah.
I'm not familiar with crystals. Of course, the sage I've heard of is supposed to keep evil spirits and stuff away in that nature. But I'm not I don't know the background on all that either. And like Marcus said, sometimes you think it's one thing and you're actually invited the opposite. So I don't really mess with either.
Okay. For real?
My granny used to cuss at the devil. Out of here, devil.
Hey, no, it's I think sometimes people get off into stuff, that they don't truly understand. You know what I'm saying? And so me, like I said, I got a biblical background. Like I said, I became a minister at 19 and stuff. So, I'll just stay true to what the scripture teach. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need no sage, you don't need no crystals. Those things don't even have any power in and of themselves. People believe that. That's fine if you believe that. If that's to each his own on that. But you got these people that believe in rocks, and all these things that the creator created, you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing behind them, you know what I'm saying? And like he said, you can bring in some stuff if you're not careful, if you don't know it, you know what I'm saying? Because the enemy is out there, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to be careful, you got to be careful with fooling with certain things, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so much stuff out there, even some of these so-called, like some pastors and Christians. It's just a lady on YouTube who preached with a crystal ball in front of her. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, where's that in scripture? I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but people come up, they mix stuff, and so you just got to be careful. And people, this day and age, man, there's so much stuff out there. We're in the age of information, but also misinformation. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a lot of misinformation out there on the YouTubes and the social medias too, you know what I'm saying? But one thing that's going to always remain true is the scripture, you know what I'm saying? So I teach that, you keep scripture at your center, and then when you hear stuff that's kind of off in the deep end, you just come back to your center. you come back to the scripture, you come back to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of stuff out there, you know what I'm saying? And some stuff may be true, and but that doesn't mean that we're supposed to fool with it. Come back to the scripture. What's the scripture say? Hey, I'm gonna do what the scripture say. So,
yeah, I really try not to be an iconoclastic person. Whatever you believe in is what you believe in.
What the hell is iconoclastic? I'm not even funny. What is that
you
word?
Can't just introduce a whole ass new word.
Nigga. I didn't put iconoclastic. I don't want to be that either, but I don't know what it is. Hey, wait a minute. You ain't gonna just throw that out there.
I've been on this nigga like 20 years. He ain't never used that word.
Dictionary.com.
I knew you was looking down for a minute. I seen you looking down for a minute. I didn't know you was looking up some shit.
Because on the next podcast, I'm gonna be like, because I don't want to be a kind of classic.
Wait, say it again. Say it again.
Yeah, kind of classic. I read Soul on Ice a few years ago. I learned that word from that book.
What does it mean?
But
he
was like, he was waiting on the right time to I'm waiting on the right time to drop that button.
Yeah, I love that
shit. People got beliefs.
I learned that from Edtron, but he's aware that word out. I was like, okay, we know vicarious. I didn't know what that shit meant neither. Cause then I was like, damn, I'm gonna use that one day. I used it earlier, but go ahead, cause what?
It's basically just to go against people's beliefs. I don't. You believe like Pharrell said, it's to each his own. I don't like going against people's beliefs. It's whatever you believe in, because religion and spirituality is a sensitive topic for a lot of people. And once you start going against, it's like you can destroy a whole bunch of relationships with that shit.
Well, the best way to go about that, not to jump in I know you're probably about to speak, Antoine, but what I've learned, I am a Christian. I do believe in Christ. I believe in God. I believe in heaven and hell and all that. I'm not perfect. I don't have to be perfect or none of that. But I think the best thing that people could understand about differences is that I have mine and you have yours, but me telling you mine isn't downing yours. And people just gotta learn how to share their thoughts without pushing their beliefs. And it's a way to do that. Like
Amen.
And for me to speak about my beliefs, it doesn't down your thoughts or your beliefs. It's just my thoughts or my beliefs. But I think if people really listen that way, because sometimes when people are telling you, like for a while, my brother-in-law, he's Muslim who converted to Christ actually, but
amen, brother.
But when he used to tell me about, but the Quran says, woo woo, and I used to be like, well, I understand that, but I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying this is what I was taught, and so I believe that you say, but that's what you were taught out of that book. But the Quran says, I said, so is the Quran not a book? Is the Quran not something that man made and wrote? And it wasn't to be disrespectful to him, but it was to let him see that we're on the same thing. We're both reading out of a book from a place that neither of us were there and neither of us truly know, except what we feel on the inside. So, now we got that understanding because he is Muslim, but he believes in Jesus Christ. But then I learned that Muslims believe in Jesus Christ anyway.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Blew me away now that I learned more. So, but I just say that to say,
that's real. That's real talk, man.
And they preach from the script. They preach from the Bible too.
Well, I just think also it's a platform. Of course, like he said, he a Christian. I'm a Christian minister, apologist, all that. But if I know how to, not like this. If we're not. This is not a preaching platform, so I'm not gonna always come on here. I'm gonna give my thoughts and my opinions. Of course, it's gonna be based on what I believe, but I'm not trying to convert nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is not unless we get on a topic about church or preaching or something, then I can spit what I spit. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel. So I concur with what y'all saying.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go to the next one, man. We're gonna end with this one, man. Because it's getting kind of late, man. So a guy ended his friendship with 4 of his friends after having back surgery, and then them not checking on him after a month. So he went kind of viral for this online. He wrote that he just ended his friendships with his friends because they didn't check on him after a month. It was back surgery. So he had a lot of support in the comments. People like, and then the ones that went against him, people was telling them, y'all not real friends and stuff like that. And with some people saying like he was sensitive and stuff like that, and female tendencies and stuff like that. So
sassy.
Yeah, quite stuff, all kind of little comments like that. So thoughts you got?
It sounded like he had vagina surgery. No, I'm just kidding.
Were they dating?
No, they wasn't dating. But let's go, Alan, because we're gonna end with for real. We're gonna end with
I wouldn't necessarily care. I understand that people have lives and they have families and other obligations, so I wouldn't really trip on that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like nobody's obligated to check on you because you had surgery. I mean, if they're your close enough friends, they would know you had it and they probably text you or say something or do whatever. But the idea of cutting them off because they didn't call you, that's a little, I won't even say it's feminine, it's a little whack. I mean, it's just like, what do they owe you to where they call you?
Well, he said he
you.
blocked them, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying you cut them off or whatever, but I'm saying, what do they owe you to the point where they had to check in with you because you had surgery? Everybody doesn't push their emotions, but everyone's not that type of person where they want to check in on people. Some people feel like, oh, they probably want their space. I'm gonna leave him alone. He'll call me when he's ready, or you know what I'm saying, different things. So it ain't no telling what the thing was, but to cut him off, that's a little. I don't even want to say he's a little bitchy, but that just don't sound like something a man would do, because most men don't give a shit. They might be like, damn, nigga, you didn't even hit me up, but then we're gonna
we gonna do that shit after the fact. Like bro,
y'all niggas could have called me, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? And then we gonna laugh and then we gonna finish whatever we do. But to cut them off, like I don't want to talk to them. They didn't even check on me. Like what? I'd be like, bitch.
And then okay, go ahead, Kiana.
No, I mean, I don't. Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, because I'm sure he sounds like he's very zesty. So he was on social media, I'm sure, posting every day about his surgery, and he was doing good. So that with him because he already posted it for the world to see anyway. So I knew he
28 and they still haven't called.
Right. It's like everybody.
That's right here. That's what I think he's saying. When it's day 19 and no one's checked in on me. Like what?
Like, I don't care. Check on me, don't check on me. I don't want to be bothered anyway if I just had surgery.
I bet niggas send me some juice. Just send me some juice. I don't give a damn about nobody calling me. Send me some juice. Apple juice, nigga.
For real?
Yeah, you know. I mean, I really wouldn't care, you know, just like, you know, saying I'm in concurrence with everybody. It's like, really, y'all at it, you know, like you said, it might not have been the situation. What's the situation with everybody? You know, maybe, you know, they couldn't reach out or they doing their own thing. And like you said, people got lives and families too. You know, you can't always reach out. I'm pretty sure they probably, you know, would have checked on him, you know, after the fact. Cause like you said, if he was posting stuff, some people post their every step. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you was good. You was, you know, you know, when you out of the hospital, I'm gonna holler at you, you know. Because when I'm in situations like that, I'm sick or something like that, I don't want a whole lot of checks. That's just me, though. You know, like, I'll let you know I'm good, and then when I'm back up and running, we can holler, you know. But it's like all that sympathy stuff, you know, I just don't do. You know, one good check, you know, let me know you care. That's cool. I'm good. You know, you ain't got to do it every other day or every day once a week, you know. So.
Right. Yeah, I was looking at this and I'm like, it says after a month. So I wonder, was he home already? You don't stay in the hospital after back surgery. I don't believe. Not a whole month. But even still, I think like what you said, a lot of people post their progress and stuff like that. And a lot of times people kind of monitor you off that. I'm not really big off calling people in the hospital, especially if I saw you. See you post it like if you posting it and you like I'm good and you talking to me and I mean I'm looking at you talk to me, it's like I feel like that you good.
That was checking out. Yeah, that was
yeah. I'd rather wait till you get home and all that and holler at you and stuff like that. But in the friendships, it's like how long was y'all friendship? How strong was y'all friendship? And were y'all really friends? Because maybe they wasn't that close to you. Like I mean,
yeah, exactly. Maybe he felt like it, you know.
I don't know, or maybe they thought you was good. It was just a little surgery. You know, most dudes, especially a surgery. I could see if you was in there dying. You had surgery, my guy. Like you know what I mean? Like you in there like dying or something, or we know it's something bad or something going on. It's like, all right, you know, we don't know, but you have it, nigga. Like you ain't well. I figure when you get back on, you probably told us you was having your back surgery. You had it. And when you get back on your feet, you're gonna hit us up. So I gotta wait for you to I'm not gonna like, you know what I mean? Call us, nigga. Like let us know how you doing.
Nah, hey,
White, for me to call you after back surgery, land on your stomach, like you know what I mean?
Hey, look, White, what did y'all tell me what did y'all tell me a couple weeks ago when I came there? You like this nigga Bird came out here, came to comment everything, didn't even come out, so bitch ass nigga, and then we finished the conversation. Yeah. It's like, you know, like that. I like it would be different. Like, I can't believe I'm blocking him. He came here, he didn't come see me, he didn't.
Yeah, now you block. Now you block.
We might talk a little shit.
Yeah,
like
we gonna talk shit.
Y'all niggas didn't even come see
all of my shit, he ain't say nothing. I was like, my bad.
Yeah, we might make a joke. Y'all niggas didn't even have a nigga back. I mean, you know what I mean?
Had a back out of me. Nigga ain't even come check on cuz, you know what I'm saying? The obstacle came in the window and got me, but you know. But I don't know. I think people just people feel too.
I think a block me for something like that, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, man, that's the world we living in, man. And friendships is kind of fragile. But that's why I be holding them shits dearly. Matter of fact, I talked to City today. We had a good conversation and squared away some shit with me and him. But
that's what's up.
But that's what I'm gonna do. If I'm homies with niggas, I didn't have it. Even me and some the other homie, we talk. So
that nigga calling
reach out and we gonna have a conversation. But
Cuz called me and banged on me on the phone. He was at work. I was like, "You banging on me at work, nigga? Like you at work?" He like, "Hold on." He like, "Yes."
But that's the thing. Like,
and then he got back on the phone. I was like, "God damn."
I'm a friend. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you, and we gonna chop it up and we gonna figure it out. I mean, but yeah, man. I just want to thank everybody, man, for tuning in to episode 17. Some news. We working behind the scenes, and we got some special things in the work. We coming with our in studio podcast. Hopefully by episode 20, we'll be all set up, and we'll be set up sitting down, man. And y'all be seeing us sitting down in the studio on camera, and yeah. And it'll be just, not as many people, but y'all, please, I hope y'all continue to support. And we would love for some of y'all to actually come in studio and sit down with us on the podcast. That'd be dope and fun. But we trying to elevate and progress, man. We want to be taken serious, so we have to take ourselves serious. So we investing into ourselves. I mean, so that's what we got going on behind the scenes. So about 3 more weeks, man, we'll be sitting down in front of y'all. And I mean, not in front of y'all, but y'all be watching us live. Huh? As far as in studio, sitting down with the cameras looking at us, as opposed to a virtual podcast like this.
I'm gonna come out there for the first one sitting down. I'm gonna be on the first one sitting out in LA with y'all.
Yeah, all right.
You gotta go to Montebello, go to the taqueria and do it.
Oh shit. But yeah, man. But anyway, so that's what we on, man. That's what we headed towards. But until then, we'll see y'all same time next week, Thursday, 6 p.m., man. I appreciate everybody that came out. Kiana, I appreciate you. You just be tapping in. I love your heart so much. And everybody in the chat, in the comments, man. Y'all appreciate y'all, man, for commenting. Please like the video, subscribe, tell somebody to tell somebody.
I seen a there. Yeah, good looking. Thanks for coming on. La Portia. Hey, girl, I see you.
Yeah. You sound like the nigga that had the back surgery right there. But yeah, man, till next week, man. Be blessed, y'all. Stay safe, man. I'll see y'all next week. God willing, y'all. Thank you, show. All right.
Stop.